Tootski.
Well, thank you, though. Listen, Stan, you were able to do drugs during the day and then still function, still do your job.
How the fuck else would you do this job? Cocaine and hookers, my friend. Right? It's all a fugazi. You know what a fugazi is?
Fugazi, it's fake.
Yeah, fugazi. It's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's a fairy dust. It doesn't exist. It's never landed. It is no matter. It's not on the elemental chart. It's not fucking real. There's two keys to success in the broker business. First of all, you gotta stay relaxed.
Yeah.
You jerk off?
Do I jerk off? Yeah. Yeah, I jerk off, yeah.
How many times a week?
Like, three, four times, maybe.
I bump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket. I myself, I jerk off at least twice a day. Once in the morning, right after I work out, and then once right after lunch.
Really?
Okay? I want to. That's not why I do it. I do it because I fucking need to. Think about it. You're dealing with numbers all day long. Decimal points, high frequencies, bang, bang, bang. Fucking digits. All very acidic, above the shoulders, mustard shit. Right? Kind of wick some people out. Right? You gotta feed the geese to keep the blood flowing. And keep the rhythm below the belt.
Done.
This is not a tip. This is a prescription. Trust me. If you don't, you will fall out of balance, split your differential, and tip the fuck over. Or worse yet, I've seen this happen, implode.
No, I don't want to implode, sir.
No, you don't.
I'm in it for the long run, you know?
Yeah, implosions are ugly.
Yeah.
Pop off to the bathroom, work one out anytime you can. And when you get really good at it, you'll fucking be stroking it. And you'll be thinking about money. Come on. With a common denominator. Keep it up for me. See how the money comes in, the parade comes to town. Going down Broadway is a one-way street, whichever way I go. Yeah.
Aha, not this time. We should be live, and I didn't fuck up.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. Alright, make sure that I get this all correct before I show the screen. Added a few things to the playlist.
Nice, nice.
The Relax Talk playlisto. Alright, I should be able to remove that. Yep. And I have to share the screen with you. Alright, that should be good to go.
Nice. Turn the camera on so I can fucking see it.
It's gotta do the weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
Can
Now
you,
it only does the kind of weird.
can you at least switch it to where it's the main camera on the screen, or
The main camera?
like
Oh, you mean
like the main screen on the screen? I mean,
main screen? I can only have the main screen and then this square block that is both showing my footage and then you with your name. Like it doesn't actually show you, but it's like it's just a black box under me and it has your
Yeah,
name. Like I guess if you had, that'd be where your face would probably pop up if you turned your camera on.
Probably. But
And I don't know why.
yeah, I have no clue either. But we got a couple of videos we gotta watch. Got a couple of videos. I think we might be able to get through 3 of them. Might be able to get through the 4th. First one is we got a new episode, some new wisdom from our Empress Gale
Oh.
that we gotta go over. Apparently, we're gonna go over Antichrist Lizzo's borderline personality disorder and extreme.
Oh, she's a full-on antichrist now.
Full-on Antichrist with borderline personality disorder and extreme narcissism.
Huh.
Yep. One second.
Lizzo, the fucking antichrist. I want to see Lizzo. Murda and Starfish have seen Lizzo.
Oh, I know. And very professional way to start the stream by eating a Twix.
What did we need to pause for you to eat a Twix?
Why you why you got a question? Why couldn't you just allow me? Maybe I just wanted to enjoy the Twix without like any background noise or anything. Alright? And I can't help that I found the Twix after we started the stream, okay? It's a damn good Twix, though, if you must know. Damn, it was well worth the pause.
Both Lizzo and I were raised by a narcissist. I'm not sure what kind of narcissist parent Lizzo had. In my case, I suffered from both abuse and neglect. As a result of the abuse and neglect I endured, I developed a very weak case of borderline personality disorder, and I mainly became a codependent.
She's not a weak case at all. She's full on personality. Like, she has it's definitely borderline personality disorder.
Who, Lizzo?
No, fucking Gail. That's why cause she's saying herself. She's comparing, for some reason, she's comparing both Gail and she's comparing herself to Lizzo right now, saying they had similar upbringings.
I always have a hard time nailing down just borderline personality disorder because it always seems a bit more broader almost sometimes.
Almost, but I'd have to read.
She didn't strike me because whenever I think of them, they're usually Gail doesn't strike me as one.
It's real manic, real weird, like obsessive behavior that isn't compulsive really. It's more like start a project and then get bored with it and then put it down and have real harsh manic episodes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And I know the medication she takes is also for that too, like it can be prescribed for a
Yeah,
borderline.
she's definitely
personality.
borderline, definitely, because she does have her even though it is mostly inspired by like the news and stuff, she will have her like right now. This would be considered a manic episode against Lizzo. Like this will go away eventually. She's not gonna stay on Lizzo forever. Like she'll bring this up every so often, of course.
Yeah, I
But-
wouldn't be surprised if Lizzo's still in her lore, because sometimes she, I mean, what we've seen that she didn't used to like Zack Knight, but then she started liking Zack Knight, so then Zack Knight stopped being a Jesuit, and that turned out to be his clone, you know?
Yeah. Well, exactly. See, she's always becoming obsessive over something.
So honestly, yeah, she could just decide that she likes Lizzo, which I don't think she would, because, I mean,
yeah,
she
but
only likes men.
She will eventually. What I'm saying, eventually, she'll just stop talking about Lizzo altogether.
Yeah,
Like,
she'll just stop talking about Lizzo, yeah.
Yeah.
With a lot of the
'Cause-
men, though, she's more, sexually. It's always a sexual, and she's definitely straight, you know?
Yeah. Well, that would be that her mania would add to that.
Hmm.
That's how she channels the mania.
Yeah.
Is through the we've seen what she does. She's definitely a manic love maker.
Oh, yeah. I wish, I don't want there to be more footage of, like, her everyday life, but, I don't know, we need to see the in-betweens to see if that does turn off. Because, I don't know, even when she's doing everyday things, it may be kind of like she's not fully, like, in the manic state,
It's not
but it
that
still
it-
slips out.
It's not that it necessarily turns off, but some certain periods are like calm down periods.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Certain-
That is with a lot of things too, because even like fucking bipolar. I mean, for extreme cases of bipolar disorder, you get that.
Yeah, so she
Even
can
to the
go,
point,
like-
even to the point of like in rare cases when it's usually pretty rare, but it's like it's not usually until like someone that's bipolar is hit like the full on breaking point, you know, of
Yeah.
like they could even like see themselves as like gods too. Like
Yeah, well,
it's weird that
that's
there's
when-
crossover, you know.
That's when it's getting into like divine stuff. That's when you're getting into more your
Because even
your
Devin
paranoid schizophrenics
Townsend,
stuff like
Devin
that.
Townsend even had sort of like that, but he had a sort of a thing of like him being maybe like, or his mind being of that of an alien.
Well, yeah, that actually would be a schizophrenic delusion, at least.
But
a schizoaffective
it's not
one.
rooted in like synchronicities and stuff. It's just that he's so depressed and he feels so detached and disassociated from everyone that he like convinced himself like in a
Well,
weird halfway.
Well, we
That's
can't
what Zil-
ask
that's
him,
what-
but the problem when
Mhm.
it comes to schizophrenia is you're not gonna see the pattern. You'll have to ask the we would have to ask him how'd he get to that, and there would be a pattern if it was a schizophrenic thought. That there would be a distinct pattern you could see within him explaining it. It's like, okay, yeah, I
Yeah, it was
see
more
that you-
emotional and like he wasn't talking about patterns. It was more of like an emotional.
It's hard to say because
Like,
patterns can be
deep.
an emotional like you can see that he's happy at this junction of the story, and then you facial expressions change, you know, and then his face twitches a little bit when he gets to this part, you know, it's stuff like that as well. It's not just like completely formulaic.
Hmm. I don't know. I feel like he's done enough work on himself that he knows that he's bipolar.
Yeah, that I mean, it's just when it comes to delusion, when it comes to delusions like that,
But
it's no longer bipolar. That's no longer
Yeah.
being you have evolved into schizophrenia. That's the thing. Like most people don't understand, schizophrenia usually starts off as another mental disorder, and it quickly shifts because you start becoming delusional. And he has
But
to
there
be
is temporary
Here's another
psychosis
thing.
too.
Here's another thing. Here's another. When it comes to schizophrenics, not only will they become delusional, but they will start suffering from hallucinations in some kind of way. Whether it's tactile, feeling like bugs are crawling in on your skin. Audio. That's the most common. You hear voices. almost every schizophrenic suffers from that. You get your visual. You can even have aromic, smelling like hallucinations.
Hmm.
So it ranges. That's the key. That's how you determine when someone.
Yeah, it wasn't to that extent. From what I remember of the podcast of him talking about where he was with, I think it was the making of the city and Strapping Young Lad, and also bits from the Ziltoid
and
the Omniscient episode too.
Gang stalking. If you ever feel like you're gang stalking, that can be both considered the delusion and the hallucination at the same time, because most of the time schizophrenic that believes they're getting gang stalked, they'll hear series of beeps on, phone calls and shit like that. They'll see people and they'll notice vans a lot more often, and they'll see vans that aren't even there, and all kind of stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely wasn't that deep.
Yeah.
Of what he said.
That's the ultimate determination of when it comes to differentiating schizophrenia from other mental disorders, is you gotta have a schizophrenic has to have the hallucinations.
Mm-hmm.
But then let's get going.
Who got my feeling of worth from those who seemed to be superior where I considered myself weak. Like Lizzo, I developed a strong fear of abandonment. The main difference between me and Lizzo is that I did not become a narcissist at all, and did not have a need to control others. I basically felt unworthy to try and control anyone else, as I perceived.
This is coming from somebody that claims she's the Empress and Vice President of the world. I have to point that out. She's not a narcissist, though.
Perceived most people to be morally superior to me. The only exception being those who I felt shared the same weaknesses I felt I had, where I was criticized as being just like my selfish, cold dad. I just had a very low self-esteem, and I tended to neglect myself and not properly take care of myself, and let the narcissist in my life control me, and tried to get my feelings of worth from them. I needed the narcissist to make me feel worthy. Eventually, I broke free from this cycle when Brent Spiner came into my life and convinced me that I wasn't the loser that my narcissist mother said I was, and that I didn't need to be a codependent to a narcissist to find my worth. I spent most of my young life trying to prove that I was not a selfish, cold girl and overcompensated in that direction. About the only trait I had that was borderline personality disorder was the fear of abandonment. I do recall that before Brent came into my life, I could get very angry.
Sounds like she's reading it. Did she write this script? It's weird because I don't know.
I think she wrote this. I hope she wrote.
This is definitely like the first time she's really throwing out she just found out what borderline personality disorder was. And is now just now I'm an expert on it, and but just
to be honest, it sounds like she's kind of copy and pasting from the Wikipedia page directly. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but this is definitely not this. I wouldn't assume that this is Lizzo's Wikipedia.
No, I mean the information
the information
Gail gets. I don't know. Like I feel it feels like it's copy and pasted. It doesn't feel like it's natural.
I always get sus by something because I never really hear her go into that. I almost assumed that she was the type of person who wouldn't really not full on disbelief, but maybe full on disbelief that that mental illness is a thing. I would have thought she'd be so far gone in her
Well, maybe.
I mean, it's hard to- yeah,
Well,
like,
we
it's-
got the current troll that that we.
That's
are
what I want to
calling
know
Jennifer
is the
might be-
troll involved with this?
Maybe, but this
Maybe a
might not be-
conversation they had.
I'm going to assume this is not the result that they wanted, because
Yeah. Like maybe they're trying to explain to her like
yeah,
what borderline personality disorder was in a way that they weren't saying it to her, but maybe they're like, oh, like what's your current enemy right now? Lizzo.
Hey, I don't know though. It's definitely
Some
scripted.
sus.
She definitely wrote that. This is written. I can't say she wrote it, but this is definitely written. What she's saying.
Hmm. I'm sus. This doesn't feel.
When I suffered narcissistic abuse and lash out at the abuser, who would then totally humiliate me, and then I'd be convinced that I was all the bad things they said about me. I'd apologize and just conclude I was doomed to be the selfish, cold girl my mother always said I was. As a result of this, I became depressed. Like I said, I no longer have this problem. I also had the BPD tendency that's borderline personality disorder, to put on different identities in order to find my acceptable self, and would lose myself into various
Maybe this was
groups
their
that I
intention.
felt excelled where I was weak. To convince myself, thus, I aligned myself with a very strict, puritanical Christian group. I was not like my dad, I told myself, who my mother said abandoned her for a younger woman. Lizzo appears to have suffered neglect growing up and also had a strong fear of abandonment. Though I did not grow up in a rich family, I think I was in a better financial situation than Lizzo. So I think part of her problem was the
Gail, I really want to give you the benefit of the doubt, but why are you assuming? Why are you assuming?
Do we have to go back to the Popeyes Gail thing? Because
No.
and this is also, and I'll use that as my why this seems sus. This is definitely something there's been interference because off the cuff Gail is Popeyes. Or like her books, like the rape of Brent Spiner. Just knowing the little bit of what we've heard of that, it's not this. This is there's something
It's
sus
too,
here.
It's too tame. It's way too tame.
It's too
not
tame.
off
It's
the
very
cuff.
focused on
Oh.
something like she just learned or was just talking about. I want to
Maybe
know who
she's
this
being
Jesus. I
coached.
want to know who Jesus is. I want to know who Jesus is. That's like the ultimate like incognito troll. You don't know them like the Christian trolls of like, oh, we
Maybe-
got a name here and here. We just know that there's someone posing as Jesus who FaceTimes with Gail.
It might be Jesus Christ himself. It might be the actual Jesus Christ.
I want to see his fucking face, or I want to see his
Someone might have-
fucking
Someone might have
his
gotten him.
online fucking profile name.
I know. It's bothersome.
It should be like hung like Jesus 777. Then I'll be like, okay, that's him.
Yes. Alright. Let's continue.
poverty she grew up in. I think she sees her culture as one that does not promote stable and happy relationships and is in a sort of rebellion against it. She has become whiteified. My guess is she may have gone without food at times growing up. This never happened to me as a child, and this may have contributed to Lizzo's obesity. She sees food as a
This is an
status
angle I
symbol
didn't see coming.
and eats it as a form of comfort.
Oh God, Gail. I I knew it wasn't gonna get better, but I didn't know it would get so much worse, so much faster.
Yeah, where did this come from? That's like she's bringing up like what a lot of Twitter fucking bitches like complain about like Beyonce straightening her hair. I didn't see this angle coming. Let's continue. See where this goes.
I was just doing a quick rundown on. It looks like Lizzo had a pretty good upbringing. She studied under she was trained classically under a flutist for 8 years.
Oh yeah, bird up.
So it was Claudia Moman was her flutist. She was part of a musical group.
We saw those flute skills on Eric Andre.
In college, she studied classical music, concentrating on flute at the University of Houston. And that's that's a decent college.
Yeah.
At the age of okay, she did lose her father at the age of 21. She lived out of her car for a year, but this is when she's older, till she made it into her musical industry. Dropped out of college and moved to Minneapolis.
Yeah, if you lose your father at 21, it is too soon, but it's definitely not like losing it as a kid.
Yeah. So it seems like her, from the information that I'm given, it seems Gail is unfortunately 100% wrong.
Yeah, she definitely made assumptions, and it's funny that Lizzo probably had a better upbringing
than her. I'm just going to assume being trained by a classical flutist that's not something your average Joe. I didn't have access to being trained by a classical flutist. Did you?
I mean, no. I was brought up, and I was brought up real well too. I wouldn't say I was brought up rough at all.
Yeah, so
I had the full protection of the of the military.
So yeah,
Suckling that government
That is
titty.
why I'm assuming that is why I'm assuming being trained by a classical flutist, that's gonna cost you some money.
If my dad didn't join the army, there probably would have been maybe an era of just like some poverty, but still I'd still have a full,
Yeah.
healthy upbringing.
Much more healthier than most, that is for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So healthy that it's alien to some.
She's apparently very ashamed of growing up as poor. My guess is that the parent that neglected Lizzo did so to cater to rich sex clients who paid the bills and put food on the table. So Lizzo concluded that the only way to ensure stability in her love life is to be rich and financially independent. She seems to be very angry at those she blames for the fact she grew up in poverty. I'm still trying to figure out why she's so obsessed with me. She apparently sees me as exemplifying all the reasons she grew up in poverty, which she is apparently very angry about. She seems to think...
Do we know if Lizzo has mentioned Gail
Never.
time? One time. No, just not even like this Gail. Just mentioned the name Gail. just one time said Gail in any kind of context whatsoever.
Unless Gail's name is Jerome, I don't think so. But she should take her ass home and come back when she's grown.
I belong to some unfair, privileged class and therefore deserve all the abuse and wrath she heaps upon me. It appears her beef is with the government, how it's run, and she blames poverty on unfair government practices, because Brent and I are the current U.S. heads of state. This may explain, Brent's the president and I'm the vice president.
That wasn't on the script. That wasn't
Nope.
on the script, Gail.
So no, that's funny. Is that you can't no matter what administration or party that's actually in power, you can't say anything against the government because you're saying that means you're going against Gail because she rules the government.
Oh man.
So you gotta be pro Gail America.
I mean, who wouldn't be?
No matter
Who wouldn't
what.
be? Why?
No
wouldn't
matter
you be,
what.
bro? Why wouldn't you be? I don't see why you wouldn't be.
This may explain why her rage is directed at me and my men. She blames us for poverty. Here's where her BPD kicks in. Because Brent and I have actually improved the living situation of many. We have Church of Gale cities and are striving to ensure everyone has food and financial security.
Wait, well,
some of
hold
it's
up.
out of our control. I mean, we can't help it if
Where are the-
somebody's like,
Where are the Gale cities? Fuck Colorado. Where are the fucking
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah,
we need to go to Gale City. One of the Gale cities, we need to fucking get there. That's why everything's fucked up for us. We're not in the Gale City. Everyone just needs to move to the Gale cities. Come on, it's simple.
I mean, you get. I'm assuming you have to be approved by Gail before, and you can't. There's no application. She just has to randomly say you're living in one of the Gale cities. Going
True.
to assume that's how you get in. So, unfortunately, the bar to entry is very high.
If ever, in the rare occasion, which I know it never happened, that we ever get in touch with Gail, definitely asking her for like a pass, or if there's
I email her every so often. I do send her an email every like month or so to be like, hey, can you come on? It's we could super simple. I mean, we could set it at all she needs is her webcam. All she needs is her webcam. We can handle the rest. We can Skype, we can Discord, we can do whatever Gail is comfortable with. Just need her to be a special guest on the Relax Talk.
Now I'm just imagining the Gale cities being like in Judge Dredd, where it's like that city and then everything outside is just like fucking wasteland.
Yes.
like an alcoholic and they have bad habits, and that's the reason they're in financial trouble. If she wasn't mentally ill, she could see this and she would be grateful. I believe because she was neglected and possibly abused growing up, she felt like she didn't matter, and she has become obsessed with proving how important she is and how much her life matters. She gorges herself on food to prove that she's no longer a poor, helpless person, which she is apparently very ashamed of. She has also become obsessed with living the rich and famous lifestyle, which explains her desire to become a music star and live the rich and famous lifestyle. She sees her fatness as a status symbol because
Hold up, Lizzo is a movie star? Is that what she said? Did she just call Lizzo a movie star? She just called Lizzo a movie star, right? I heard that right. right?
Go back a little bit. Go back a little.
apparently very ashamed of. She has also become obsessed with living the rich and famous lifestyle, which explains her desire to become a music star and live the rich and famous.
Said music. She said music.
Okay.
I misheard her. I thought she said movie. I was like, what? She's not doing. At least Google. At least do a Google search. Damn it. But yeah, I just misheard.
Gotcha.
lifestyle. She sees her fatness as a status symbol because it shows she is no
I like how
longer a poor,
there's
helpless
some
person.
vitriol on how
and
she
therefore
said fatness. You hear that?
Yeah, she is
Fatness.
definitely coming in hot, on this one. That is for damn sure.
This is when she takes off her shirt, revealing a shirt under there that just says "No fat chicks."
Come on, Gail.
Come on, Gail.
fat is beautiful. Her fatness gives her a feeling of power, away from the helplessness and insignificance she felt as a child. She no longer has to endure times with no food. She doesn't need a sugar daddy to keep her alive, and she's damn proud of this. Who cares about fatness? When you're this powerful and rich, you're beautiful because you don't need no sugar daddy. She's fully aware that her current beau is in it only for the money he gets from her, but she doesn't care because she's concluded that true love does not exist and people are only in it for the money anyways. Anyone who concludes otherwise is either mentally ill or just greedy or abusive and playing games. She's concluded with satisfaction that she got where she's at because of her work ethic and overcoming her background of poverty. When anyone even insinuates that she is anything like the poor person she grew up as, she gets furious. This includes attacking her poor black diet and preferences. Now, how her BPD is playing out is this. She has created a false self based on being
This
rich,
projection is
famous,
almost
and
Jared level.
important, and drowned her
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, I do
It's
agree with you
super-
now. You're definitely right. Maybe it's schizoactive, but it's definitely by the borderline personality disorder that she has.
Yeah, for sure.
The projection. I mean, come on. I got to thinking about it too, because would you agree that Christian developed borderline personality disorder, like on top of
He's full on
the autism?
Chris Chan's full on schizophrenic. He's a autistic.
Full on schizophrenic?
Oh yeah.
You think the Christian hallucinates?
He hallucinates he hallucinates Sonic Chew and Magic Chew and Mewtwo and stuff. Yes, he is fully gone. They are fully gone. I apologize for that. I slip every so often. But yes, Chris Chan is fully gone. I don't believe there was a point where they were playing, but no one told them that they should stop, so it manifested into their reality.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just unfortunate, because they definitely wouldn't have been schizophrenic. Chris Chan is a case of someone that would have probably never been schizophrenic if they weren't truly gang stalked into, like, he was... because his delusions have been fed, over time and shifted and warped by other individuals over time. It hasn't been, solid, but there's a point where they become solidified to where he's not breaking, and that's when the merging is happening, and he's married to them.
How old was Christian when it kind of started?
I wanna say during the transition, probably.
And
when they started
what was just with when the gang stalking started? How old was Christian?
Oh, fucking! I want to say he was in his 20s. I think.
Okay, that's before.
There's document. Unfortunately, we have documentation of him all the way back when there's footage of him as a little kid.
Yeah. But what I'm getting at is, I wonder if there's a potential for Gail, even if Gail hasn't reached that point yet, especially with the FaceTiming thing, like almost like
I'm not.
confirming her delusions. Do you think it could turn
I
schizoactive?
I'm not sure if Gail could ever start hallucinating. I think if
Gail's
she
too
ever,
old, maybe.
I don't think she's too old. I just think if she did start hallucinating, she wouldn't accept them. Like a schizophrenic usually accepts their hallucinations as reality, and that's the problem. I
Hmm.
don't think she would. I think if she started seeing shit, she definitely would add it to her lore as someone trying to attack her, and she would seek help, like proper attention for it, because of her borderline personality disorder.
Or at the very least, because I feel like the
And of
only
course, her
reason
age. And
she's doing so well is because of her trolls.
that, and I will say her age is a factor into it. Her mind is just way too developed right now. Chris Chan
Hmm.
had the disadvantage of his mind was still developing, like way needed at least like 10 more years to develop before
Hmm.
he
Yeah,
encountered the society or the internet
yeah,
at least. But that's
definitely.
just the unfortunate that it just didn't happen that way.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that no, she's definitely just borderline. She's
Hmm.
just too manic. That's the problem. She can't even keep this. She can't even and it's not that she's not like running into like word salad or anything. She's able to keep she's able to keep it, but there's still a manic energy to it, to the point
Oh
where
yeah.
even the script is a little disjointed to where she kind of goes off topic, but then she gets right back onto topic. So
Hmm.
and if schizophrenia, that she could writing a script would be a fucking nightmare for her.
Would you need Gale for the Bush Rangers and Bloodborne? Have her read the Wikipedia.
Have her join the our true crime series, which we will not reveal the name of yet until we have that Bush Rangers and Bloodborns concluded.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if we ever got a hold of her.
Hmm.
True self, whatever that is, as something too shameful to think about. The main difference between me and Lizzo is that I have never been obsessed about money and fame, and she is. My narcissist parent turned me into an apathetic codependent who got my worth from losing my identity into someone I perceived superior to me. Lizzo's narcissist parent turned her into a driven, controlling, obsessed narcissist with BPD fears of abandonment. In her determination to never be a poor, helpless person ever again, she rages at anyone who might block her wealth and power. Lizzo feels she has finally gotten what she damn well deserved her entire life, and if the culture that raised her doesn't like it, they can go to hell as far as she's concerned. That's why she murdered Tyra Nichols, who loved me and opposed Lizzo's attacks against.
What? No, man. I didn't know that happened. So I'm going to assume that's the guy on the left.
Yeah, I
right
was
there?
wondering what that was. I don't know who that is. And I'm pretty sure Lizzo's never killed anybody.
I wasn't informed that she did. If she has, that's new information to me. I kind of hate that Gail's the one that broke it to me, because now it's like, are you sure about that, Gail?
I don't even know who this guy is, though. If it's a celebrity, I don't know.
I don't even know, who she's like claiming she murdered. Like, I have no clue. It's probably some actor or something, but I have no clue. Does she say anything? Oh, I would have to go to the blog. I would have to go to her blog. And I would have to get the actual script, because I keep forgetting we can go to her blog and get like the actual like script she has, and we can see how far she goes off script sometimes. Yeah, because she writes on her blog like a lot.
Oh. A dog with a blog.
To me, since she believes the reason she will never be dumped is because she is so rich no one would dare dump her because they need her money too much. The reason she and Satan get along is because they both don't believe in the existence of true love and think that is a fairy tale concocted by the abusers in power who use it as a means to control those under them. Since she's so caught up in proving that she's not a poor, helpless person and didn't deserve the poverty upbringing she had, she's forgotten to be a human being and totally lacks empathy for anyone who appears to be part of the power structure that caused her to grow up in poverty as she sees it. Her solution is to destroy the current power structure and be the boss herself, because
Did Gail just claim to be the very power structure that caused poverty? If that's the case, Gail, why? Why is there poverty, Gail? Is there a reason why you did that? Why'd you?
You're not. Do you know about the Gale cities? They're fixing that. They're fixing that right now with the Gale cities. But you gotta get to the Gale cities.
You didn't tell anybody about the Gale cities until now. Like, this is the very first. We thought we just had to live with the Gale shields, and now the Gale shields are gone. Now we gotta retreat to the Gale cities. I mean,
you gotta be in the know to know, you know?
You won't let anybody in your inner circle except Brett Spiner and anybody else you want to, like, rape fucking mentally, like, with your mind. So, what are we supposed to do?
That's the American way, is to block out people. You want to get in? You gotta jump the wall.
Gotta prove you want in.
Yeah.
Hell, she's so rich and famous, she obviously is the answer. Basically, taking out or killing good people is seen as a means to an end, a way to correct a sick society that promotes the social structure that caused her to grow up in poverty. To her, you're only good if you serve her goal of destroying the current corrupt power structure, and she has no tolerance for weakness in this regard. Apparently, Satan has promised that all who follow him will be rich and never have to worry about finances, and since Lizzo does not believe in the existence of true love, she reasons, what the hell is wrong with that? Like a typical borderline or BPD, she has not done a lot of deep thinking, but is so obsessed with proving she's not a poor, helpless person and therefore will never need a sugar daddy, she's forgotten to be a human being. Even though she really doesn't think I'm a bad person in a sense, I'm evil because I promote the evil system that must be abolished. The fact that someone with my talents and brains could be so poor only indicates that I must be mentally ill. Because I'm part of the power structure, it means I have to go. Lizzo is on a mission to correct societal ills, not realizing that a world without love is not worth saving. Far better to destroy the entire multiverse than have one without true love, Lizzo. But Lizzo can't see.
Whoa,
Oh,
multiverse.
shit. Yeah.
Multiverse.
Does that mean there's multiple Gales?
No, surely she's a Nexus being. Surely she's a Nexus being.
Unless she's got like the antithesis of her.
Maybe Lizzo is the antithesis of her from another dimension.
Oh shit.
Mm.
Maybe this all just doesn't make sense because we don't know about the Lizzo that she's specifically talking about.
Yeah, no, this is
We got the cool Lizzo. But she apparently if she's tapped into the fucking multiverse, she could be telling the fucking truth this whole time.
Yeah, she's just talking about a completely different Lizzo. Who knows? Let's
we
continue.
would have to humor it.
I mean, in a technical sense, she's not wrong. I can't say she's right, but I can't say she's wrong either. That's the aggravating part. It's just a very, very disappointed. Maybe.
See this. Because she's so obsessed with proving her worth as one who will never need a sugar daddy that she can't see past her nose. The one who is mentally ill is her, because she kills those who stand for true love, like she did Tyra. And anyone who opposes true love to try and be a savior is definitely living in a delusional world to her. What good does it do to have a stable relationship, Lizzo, if your lover does not love you? Think on that, dumb Lizzo. Yeah, he won't dump you, Lizzo, because he only cares about your money and this does not matter to you? And you say I'm the one who's mentally ill? A stable, low-quality relationship is not worth living or dying for, dumb Lizzo. I have stable, high-quality relationships based on true love. My lovers would die for me. What about your lovers, Lizzo? Would anyone ever die for you in your current borderline personality disorder and narcissist condition? I doubt it, because underneath it all, they only care about money and fame like you. So you get to live forever as famous and rich, and you think this is happiness? Perhaps if you were not so certain that you need riches to keep a lover, you would see that there have been many in human history who've had wonderful, meaningful relationships while poor their entire life. But they won't be poor in the next life, dumb. You know, I created a web post about this, and I put in italics what I feel shows Lizzo's borderline personality disorder. And anything in bold is true of me. So I'll have a link to that underneath this video. And is why that I can understand.
God damn it, why is she giving us homework? I
Wish I remembered the
fucking-
dude's last name.
I fucking dropped out. I don't want to do homework. God damn it. It's the whole point. It's the whole point. So I don't have to do homework anymore. And now I gotta read fucking blog posts and study fucking and make sure I watch out for parentheses and fucking italicize and emboldments. Come on now.
Standard, because I had a little bit of it in my 20s, okay? A little bit of borderline. It was a very mild case. I thought so low of myself. I didn't have the energy to be a strong.
It went away like cold. It's like a cold. I sneezed it away.
Tiny, just a little, tiny little bit.
You know, his 20s was a phase.
It was just a phase. Everybody,
little
you
border,
know,
little BBD phase.
everybody goes through their borderline phase. You know, you got to.
We joke, but people kind of do in an off way. Not literally though.
Yeah. All right.
On borderline. Both Lizzo and I did suffer from delusional thinking. My delusional thinking was feeling that everyone was superior to me and that I was inferior. Lizzo's delusional thinking is that she thinks that everyone is inferior to her and that she is superior. Neither extreme is healthy. So I catered to my supposed delusional, and I was delusional, I wasn't as inferior as I thought I was, supposed inferiority to correct wrongs and gain stable relationships. Lizzo caters to her supposed superiority to correct wrongs and gain stable relationships. Lizzo has a need to believe she is superior. This is her narcissist side coming out because she has strong narcissist traits to cover up for a deep-rooted feeling of inferiority. Her borderline shows itself in her food addictions because this is actually a form of self-harm or a slow course of suicide. I used to have a need to be a codependent to gain my self-worth by losing myself into what I perceived was a superior person. By the way, Lizzo murdered my stepdad, Bill Fuller, who died in 2014, because she was the one who drove the golf cart that rammed into him and gave him a...
You know what? Now I know that half of the story is true. She probably... Her dad probably did get killed by a golf cart.
I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna look this up.
Because I feel like if she made it up, it'd be more grandiose, but I feel like that's the only truth in that is that she probably was told at one point, like, oh yeah, your dad's dead. He got hit by a golf cart. He was golfing, but he was, your father, he's deaf as a rock.
I don't know. I can't confirm that to be 100%. I don't know. I don't know about that. Holy shit.
Sounds like a pretty basic death, just like an old man. Old people love golf carts, and they're always on them. And then also, if they fall off of them, they're old people, and like a small fall, they shatter like glass.
But so let me just like try to recap this. Gail is saying Lizzo killed Gail's father by breaking
that's the lie.
By breaking his golf cart.
He didn't. I think it was like a golf cart crash.
We're gonna have to rewind. We're gonna have to fucking rewind it.
She was.
Have to rewind it. And
He was hit by a golf cart.
Let's finish the story.
Slow course of suicide. I used to have a need to be a codependent to gain my self-worth by losing myself into what I perceived was a superior person. By the way, Lizzo murdered my stepdad, Bill Fuller, who died in 2014, because she was the one who drove the golf cart that rammed into him and gave him a hip injury that resulted...
Holy shit. It's even worse. Fucking.
Though I will have to say, hip injury. It was like my grandmother was doing very well. One hip injury, it was downhill.
I get that. But she is saying Lizzo took a golf cart.
Yeah, that's the lie. I'm just saying the truth is her stepdad probably got hit by just a golf cart randomly.
No, but
by some other old person,
no, apparently, if I'm I guess I'm gonna have to rewind. I'm assuming the story is her stepdad was driving a golf cart, and Lizzo has just come barreling out of nowhere
In her own golf cart and slammed into her.
to
Yes.
slam into him.
It was a golf cart crash, yeah.
Yes.
Which I believe that there was a golf cart crash,
Okay.
but I'm denying the Lizzo part.
Okay, I'm just making sure that we have established that he is in a golf cart himself.
Oh yeah, he's in a golf cart too. They're a bunch of old people. They can't, they probably got his license taken away, and then that's why.
I need that made into we need to get in contact with Lizzo so we can have that skit made.
She'd be dead. She was on Eric Andre. She was in Bird Up.
Oh man. That would be great. That would be hilarious.
It's like leaked snuff film. It's just a little skit.
Yes. Oh man.
Gail would believe it.
Oh, dude, it would. To be honest, it would probably that would probably be a breaking point for her. To be honest.
Resulted in his death about 6 months later. She did that in August 2013. And she's been boasting about it. Lizzo appears to have both narcissism, actually sociopathy,
I was wondering what
and
those
BPD,
that
borderline.
album was about.
Lizzo's borderline seems
The
to be
I Killed
morphing into
Gail's
serious
Stepfather album?
narcissism.
I did find that
Which
one a
is-
little weird.
Hey, yo, but it had some bangers on it, man. That's
Did.
what, that's why we didn't really notice it. I mean, I thought it was just creative choice calling it
Mhm.
I Killed Gail's Stepfather.
Yeah, and golf cart old man beat down. It's a great one.
Man, I wasn't even aware that was actually about an old man getting beat down by a golf cart. That,
Mhm.
man, you learn something new every day.
She's a sociopath, thanks to Satan's intervention. This explains why Lizzo's music is
Oh,
changing
we got a third
and
one.
becoming more narcissistic. Satan has convinced
Fucking now she's so... I would
Goddamn narcissistic sociopath with BTD. BBD.
I mean, you
Lizzo.
do have to be a musician. You do have to be a tiny bit sociopathic. That
In any success, yeah.
yeah, to run that kind of lifestyle, that the lifestyle that they live is very it's very
It does not
sociopathic.
make one a sociopath.
And it doesn't mean that they're like violent or anything. It just means they have more.
I think people
drive.
can have tendencies, but not be a full-on sociopath.
A sociopath is somebody that has a very, very unhealthy drive, like, and it's just they have to channel the drive in some ways. Some sociopaths become CEOs. Some become managers at Walmart.
Yeah, with
some
little to
people-
no regard of really thinking about the people around them too. It's you
it's
focus on the
also-
drive.
It's also a detriment to yourself as well. It can
Mhm.
because you're not thinking about yourself either. You're just thinking about your craft, and that can be very that Ozzy Osbourne, very very good. He is definitely he literally would break his fucking legs and he'd still go on stage to perform. That's very sociopathic like tendencies right there.
Mhm.
So it's just it's not it can be it's a sociopathic personality can can be channeled in a very, very unhealthy
Yeah, and
way.
I just want to make sure that that there is the differentiation of a fucking someone who is a diagnosed sociopath.
Yeah. But most
Because it's a
people,
little bit more extreme. It gets a little bit more like there's those tendencies. People could have those tendencies, but whenever you think of just like a full-on sociopath, they're gonna have harder time. Like there's definitely people that have like maybe a little bit harder time than others. Like with like
yeah,
you
it's a
know
spectrum. It's a
looking at
spectrum,
other people. It's a spectrum. Yeah,
like all
yeah, yeah,
mental
that.
disorders.
hmm And
Like,
it's and that's why it's weird because it's almost like I feel like even just using disorder, not even in like a PC way, I think it does make us think about how a lot of the whole all that works. Like thinking of it as disorder, you kind of think that there is one norm when I think there is just like a spectrum of personalities that are just natural of like it's not
yeah,
like there's something off. That's just it just is.
it just depends on how defined we make the spectrums. Is all. Sometimes we make the spectrums way too defined, and sometimes we make the spectrums way too broad to the point where like almost anybody could be called, such disorder. Like, to be honest, almost anybody that's born now is pretty much autistic. Let's face it.
Yeah, there could be seen as
If
that.
we
Yeah,
if
and it's hard to say because like and it's almost like our culture's all autistic now.
yeah, like it's infected the whole, like it's infected the environment itself.
And I think that's just like maybe just how we kind of,
But of course,
or maybe the fact that we kind of learned about autism in a postmodern setting is why we kind of associate like postmodernism with autism. So that could always just be like a weird.
that and I do feel that is evidence that the spectrum to autism is just way too broad. Like
Mhm.
we just need to kind of shorten that spectrum just a tiny little bit, the tiny little bit.
And I'm
Because
not going to deny that there's a healthy way of living and a healthy like kind of type of mind, but it definitely doesn't mean that it's normal or like even I don't know, just
it never bothers me, but it is a tad frustrating when because I multiple people have said they're autistic. That it's like, dude, compared to me, I'm way more autistic, and I know for a fact I'm not autistic. So
mm,
like it's just hard. That's it's because the spectrum it's way too broad.
mhm.
I'm repeating myself. Let's get going.
Convinced her that narcissism is the way to go. Because of their unstable moods and volatile emotions, people with BPD or
Uh,
borderline personality disorder
yeah, but I
have
forgot what I was
problems
gonna say anyway, so
maintaining
that's fine.
relationships. Rather than Lizzo facing up to her BPD, she has concluded that her wealth and power will give her the relationship stability she craves. Most borderline relationships are chaotic and unstable. Again, Lizzo has concluded that the chaos in her personal life is not her fault, but that true love doesn't exist, and the most you can hope for is someone who will stick with you because you give them money or fame. In this sense, she's delusional because this is not true. Borderlines are also prone to being impulsive and dangerous in their behavior, and they are sometimes self-destructive. I think she's overcome this with narcissism. They will often become depressed, and it's not uncommon for them to have suicidal thoughts. Lizzo has convinced herself she does not have borderline personality disorder because it's now morphing into narcissism, actually sociopathy. And her suicidal behavior, however, is still showing itself in her food addiction. Rather than admit that her eating is unhealthy and a form
Man,
of slow
I don't want to put my
suicide, she just
foot in my
lies to
mouth
herself and others.
for all of our like armchair psych like psychology, but damn, Gail definitely way worse at it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like she.
But with more confidence.
Oh yeah, way more kind like. I kind of wish.
Which is why she'd beat us in a debate because the debate is not about who's correct, it's about who's the most confident.
Yeah, and I'm not confident in because I know
Mhm.
for a fact what I'm talking about. There could be an article that's released tomorrow that completely shatters anything I fucking say. So, like completely altering and changing fucking by the minute.
Mhm.
So I just try to be as like eggshell as possible.
I
and
certainly
says
do.
it's really healthy and she's not harming herself. Lizzo does not have a case of pure borderline personality disorder. She also suffers from antisocial personality disorder or extreme narcissism.
Oh, we got a fourth one.
No, it's gotta be one. It's gotta be one. It's gotta pick a lane. Pick a lane. Pick a lane.
Nope, we're piling them, baby. We're fucking piling them. Everyone, all of them. She's just gonna go. She's gonna go through the little. I forget what the fucking booklet of mental illnesses is.
She's gonna say she has a hysteria personality next. Watch.
Oh, histrionic, yeah. She's histrionic. Fucking. You know what? She's got the. Well, I can't remember what that one was called. That's like the Harley. I know what the
That is the
Harley Quinn.
one. That is.
Is that histrionic?
Yeah, histrionic.
I thought the one Harley had was more of like maybe I'd have to relook at that.
It is histrionic. Histrionic personality is people that seek attention from, even though they're getting abused from the person that they're seeking attention from.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. I had to rewatch Always Sunny, but you pointed out that Mac is one, and that is the case. But so is D. D is also They are both, but D also has a mix of D is a weird mix of both Mac and Dennis's personalities put together.
Mm-hmm.
We were supposed to diagnose the rest of the game.
And honestly, D also is because I remember reading this and I never seen it or really like looked at an actual example of it, but there's like on the narcissism like spectrum, there's like this weird type of narcissism where it's like almost the opposite of what you think of narcissism, but it's like the world revolves around me, but it's because I'm like the worst person ever, and everything that goes wrong in anybody's life is because of me, and I just make everything worse. Like there's actually like a type of narcissism like that.
I don't think she's a. I think she's a histrionic sociopath though, because she can be calculating. That's the thing. She can be very calculating. When Dennis is a narcissistic sociopath, he's straight up. If they do not reveal, I'm going to be so upset if they do not reveal him to be a serial killer at the end of Always Sunny. Like they have laid so much evidence out for it, to the point where it's that strange plot point where he kind of like resembled. No. I'm mixing that up with the one where he looks like the child.
The PDF file.
Yeah.
the fatter version of him.
But there is evidence that he might have pushed his ex-wife off the ledge.
Oh yeah. Though even if he didn't, he's still guilty of something.
While some narcissists may experience depression, their deeply held belief that they are entitled to the best of everything usually prevents them from.
I just thought of this. I just thought of a theory. You know his tapes. You know his tapes. What the waitress is a low star rated one, right?
Hmm.
All right. So here the tapes are his trophy, but if you have like if you're a low star rating, you're safe from being hit being a victim.
Yeah, you're not worthy.
But if you're like a super high star, that because I'm not sure if we ever seen. I would have to rewatch the whole series just to see if there has to be one. They have to acknowledge one chick in those tapes to be a high star that's still around, and if it would be really very good for my theory if like they acknowledge that one of them actually has gone missing or something like that.
And I mean, just how he has his room set up too.
Yeah, he has his room set up to automatic. Like, there's no escape. Basically, there's no way to escape his bedroom. his tools, just his inability to contain his rage at times to the point where it seems like if he wasn't in a public setting that he'd be much more violent than he's doing.
And
Like
definitely
the
compared to like
controlled rage.
the first two seasons and then like season three onward, there's a stark maybe like quote unquote, just for lack of better term of summarizing what I'm meaning, flanderization of his personality too. And one thing of like your theory would be interesting to think like maybe he didn't kill until like that when they have when they think he's a serial killer.
Oh, or
Or when they think
fucking-
Max a serial killer, and then they're doing the training. Maybe that like
I-
maybe that play that role play
or
unlock something.
Another good fucking the Frank coming back and becoming he's the dominant one of the group. It's no longer Dennis.
Oh yeah,
that could have triggered him.
that could have triggered
lost his
them, and then
power.
also that like role play too, because
Yeah,
like
he lost his power, so he had to regain it back, and he found it. He found it.
Mhm. And he probably knew that he could probably actually do the serial killer thing if D, that goddamn bitch, didn't bring the fucking clown shoes.
That would go against my theory that the high stars are the victims, though, because Waitress was a low star. Or it
True,
could,
true.
But I could if we could say that he was either was that early on. That was an early episode, right?
I can't remember because you could definitely say that he keeps the highest starred ones in a different place,
Yeah.
the special trophies.
Yeah.
Because you'd think in a way maybe he'd want someone to find the regular sex ones because that kind of plays into the narcissism, like, oh no,
Another thing is that never
But you don't
mind.
want to find the
I was
highest
gonna
ones.
I was gonna try to connect the refrigerator full of heads to him, but there's no obvious way to do that.
Hmm. No, I think it's even funnier, even if he like became a serial killer. That still wasn't him.
Yeah, that would be much more funny. That was just another one. Yeah,
Yeah.
but still, they got to the fucking the castle, dude, the castle episode.
Oh, yeah. But you could definitely think of him looking at that
Like-
dude and thinking, because he wasn't really like a conventionally attractive guy, so he'd be like, if that schlub can do it, I could do it better. I have more class than just a bunch of heads in the refrigerator.
Yeah, and also with the castle, you could the reason why he starts, shitting where he eats, because most serial killers don't do that, is they're
Mhm.
isolated. They're isolated. He has
Oh
no
yeah,
other-
isolated,
and
and he
he's gotta
starts.
have his
He get
fix.
what he wants to go into berserk mode.
It's gotta happen. Has nothing to do with him being sick or anything. I mean, it's fucking perfect. It's fucking perfect. They can even reveal it that like Mac has been unknowingly like stashing the bodies with him.
Mhm. And the only other, I mean, like, in one of the main people he was trying to kill was D, and he's already threatened to kill D many a times.
I know that it would be morbid, but a really really sick joke would be that the cat food that Charlie and Frank has been eating this whole time has been the way he's disposed of the victims.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't see it like. I could totally see like Dennis going as far as like recanning things.
Yes.
As far as they go with schemes.
Oh man, we need to become writers, man. We're almost ready.
Well, I would have said it
I-
needs to end with a movie with like a big bang of like an escalation like that.
To be honest, though,
That's the
I think
only natural thing.
I think we would be too much for. I think it would be before our time. We'd be too much
Mhm.
for them. They wouldn't be able to handle us.
World isn't insane enough yet, but it's getting there.
Almost.
From engaging in suicidal thoughts, and this is why she thinks she's getting better. Thanks to Satan, he's convinced her to become a
That was a
narcissist.
Jared laugh.
Well, she already was one, but she's becoming a stronger
Is
one.
Jared behind
fuels-
this?
you think Jared is Jesus?
I mean, no, but but for the sake of content, yes. That was a Jaredism. That was a pure Jaredism right there, and the self-rejection.
Oh man, maybe.
She's being coached
their
in the scumbaggery.
manipulative
Hopefully, she
behaviors,
doesn't
as
get
well
an
as
age
their
bump.
belief that they don't have to follow the rules. Unfortunately, because of Satan making Lizzo feel good about her borderline personality disorder, she is morphing into more of a narcissist in her attempts to gain the stability she longs for in relationships. Additionally, narcissists don't have the capacity for empathy. They can't put themselves in other people's places because they're only able to focus on their own needs. That's what causes them to exploit the people around them. And this is where it gets tricky. Lizzo had more empathy before Satan came into her life. Yeah, she's now the Antichrist. She is losing whatever empathy she had. In fact, I think it's down to 0, or else she wouldn't have murdered Tyra Nichols. And she obviously
Tyra
didn't have a
Nichols.
lot if she murdered my
Looking that
stepdad
up
back
now.
in 2013. She's losing whatever empathy she had because
The fuck is this guy?
This is the stepdad. I might have to
No.
full screen. I'm gonna have to full screen this because I gotta read this out.
Oh,
So I'm gonna have to full screen this. Alright, so it says, miss you, stepdad. You were awesome when you were with me. Always positive, always had a joke on your tongue, always had a twinkle in your eyes. It seemed you'd always be here and still can't get used to not having you around. You gave me a place to stay when I divorced my Jesuit husband and had no place to live, 2001 to 2004. You helped me get back on my feet and never treated me with disrespect. March 12th, 2014 was your graduation day. Are you still having that funeral party in your 3-story mansion that my men built for you to welcome you to heaven? Enjoy your time in heaven with Jim Carrey. When did Jim Carrey die? When did Jim Carrey die? No. Who Jesuits murdered in May 2012? Them bastards.
Yep, and then replaced him with this Jesuit clone that we have today.
And Robin Williams, who Jesuits murdered in August 2014.
Yeah, I remember that.
They murdered you too, but at least you made it to 290. Sometimes I think I hear from you. I think I hear from you from heaven. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign.
It's hard to
You're
say
so proud of my
because
writings and tell me that all of heaven is. You are so proud of my writings and tell me that all of heaven is celebrating me as Jesus's favorite writer.
I don't know.
And he was a Shriner.
There's sources I trust with it's hard to say with Christians with how they with
Well, usually
very
when it comes to Christians, that is usually where the divine.
my mom hears like she gets like things and messages from like dreams and even feelings like a voice in the back of her head that she feels that isn't hers. That's kind of rare, it's like but that's what she
would call that
she says
her
is the Holy Spirit.
I would say that's just her interpreting her intuition in the way that she knows how to.
But it's not for like whenever she described it, it wasn't like in the everyday thing of like how most Christians are like, oh yeah, when everything like the little small happy thing goes good
like
and stuff, or like
I'm
every
just-
decision I make is
I'm gonna chalk that up to that's just your mom's intuition, and she's got to interpret it in a way. I mean, it's a positive way to interpret it. It's not a negative way to. It's just like the way.
and
she's
feeling
got it.
presences and stuff like that too.
Because I will say I don't hear divine voices or anything like that, but I do like there are certain individuals like I know, like I don't even have to see them. I know when they entered the same building as me. Like I can feel them. Like there's certain people I can feel and stuff like that. So I understand where that's coming from. Like she just it's like again, I feel that it's probably in the same vein as that. It's just she's got to interpret it in the way that she can.
I also think that there is when you become devout enough and
But
and
she's not claiming. She hasn't claimed she's heard loved ones from heaven above, has she? Because that's what she's claiming. She's claiming that she's hearing her grandfather from heaven.
Not full on here. I know of.
Like
I know of.
I understand. Like if she said like I can feel someone's presence that
Yeah,
passed away or something.
she's definitely felt people's presence.
Yeah. Oh, I can completely understand that. Yeah. Yeah. But she's saying this dude's talking to her from heaven. She's not saying feeling this person's present in the room.
I was just more thinking of like because of like people. Okay. I didn't know she heard. For some reason I thought she was saying that she heard God, and I know a lot of people.
No,
it's sort of weird.
Sometimes I think I hear from you from heaven.
Okay.
So, talking about
But I do have a belief that if you like believe in something so much and devoutly and like you train your mind in that, you could almost have something present itself in that way.
It will shatter your mind, yeah, and it will split your mind. It will cause your mind to split.
But that's a conversation in a video we'll have to watch some other time, which I need to put on the playlist. Which I just thought.
A split mind, just because your mind is split, doesn't mean it's 100%, like, you're completely divided from reality. That would more mean you're schizoaffective, and I feel pretty much almost everybody has schizoaffective episodes sometimes. To be honest, you can say people trigger the episodes when it comes to like being on acid and stuff like that. Like
Mm.
that's pretty much what you're doing. It's just triggering a schizoaffective hallucination for a minute.
No.
To put it in layman's terms, basically. If
Yes,
you
yes.
even understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got you.
Satan has convinced her that true love is a fairy tale and that those who believe in it are mentally ill and need to be eradicated. I really believe this is what she believes deep down. That's why she's so cruel. Yeah, she's dropping bombs everywhere. She's the Antichrist. People with either BPD or NPD, that's who are borderline or narcissist, live in alternative realities in which they will go to extreme measures to create the facts that best suit their needs. Both disorders result in people who need other people to help them either manage their moods in the case of borderlines or boost their self-esteem in the case of narcissism. In both cases, the sufferers see the world in terms of black and white. They don't see any gray areas. Both disorders are characterized by people projecting their bad feelings onto people around them. Both blame everyone else in the world except themselves. Both personality disorders, narcissism and borderline, cause people to be unable to create stable, healthy relationships, and in both cases, the sufferers experience extreme shame. This causes sufferers of both disorders to lash out, lie, and manipulate, which is exactly what Lizzo does. The differences between the two disorders lie in the underlying reasons behind their behavior. Whereas borderlines feel inadequate internally,
Man, I feel like we're in a fucking lecture with a deadpan professor that's like talking about some super outdated information that not even the textbooks we have in front of us say. It's just they refuse to learn any new information and they just trying to lecture us.
It's like early 1800s knowledge.
Putting me to sleep. Putting me to fucking sleep.
the narcissist has convinced themselves they are superior and entitled. Lizzo suffers from both borderline personality disorder and narcissism. Borderlines are capable of genuine emotions even if they are chaotic and subject to frequent changes. Narcissists, on the other hand, really don't go deep. Even their rage is often a ruse to distract from something their target has discovered about them. Sadly, Lizzo has lost any of the good parts of being a BPD or borderline and is morphing into a full narcissist monster.
Huh?
I wonder where she got the Breath of the Wild music from. That sound, it might not be Breath of the Wild, but it sounds like that's from Breath of the Wild. I'm not even like trying to.
I hear water in the background.
Yeah, it would be. There's a song I think that plays.
Like a fairy song or some shit.
When you play near, like when you're near the water. I don't think it's the fairy song, but it sounds like it's from Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
Like it sounds like it's strongly from Breath of the Wild.
I wonder if it's copyrighted.
I don't know. Well, we'll find out.
Let's find out.
That was that lecture. I kind of drew it out, but let's I forgot to add the we had to watch the diss track too.
Oh yeah.
You mentioned Jared, so we're gonna get into Jared. Does it? No, it doesn't. Fucking. Can I not see the?
Old
Has-
Jared.
Has he banned me from the comment section already? Are you fucking kidding me? Three times. Only 3 times, dude. What the fuck? Come on, dude. Don't make it that easy. Man. Why can't I see the comments? Why can't I see the comments? I'm gonna refresh this page. Says it's got 4 comments. I should be able to see these comments. So, I'm gonna need you to double check. I'm gonna need you to go.
1 second, I'm away from the phone dog shitting.
Gotcha. Well, while you're doing that, I'll go to his channel. Can't even make a classic intro.
He didn't
Gotta
make that
add the-
anyway. Someone made that for him.
I
Some
know.
sorry
and it's-
bastard.
And it's super cheap. He paid for that. He paid for that. Surely he paid for that.
I hope he
Nobody-
did. I hope he
nobody's
paid a lot.
working for this motherfucker for free. I'd say $25 probably.
I hope he paid $300 and thought it was a good deal.
I mean, he might have.
Oh, do you have fucking? Am I gonna have to wipe your ass again? God fucking damn it! Why are you fucking having diarrhea all the time now?
Hey, that's the bells for you.
Yeah, she's doing the butt drag. Maybe she'll get the worst of it off in the concrete. Doesn't look that bad from here. Sometimes there's a lot of puff. She needs her little butt shaved to what she needs. Like, she can't be having pants like
Surely
that.
he didn't. Surely he didn't ban me. Surely he didn't ban me. That would be fucking ridiculous, man.
Oh, she might be going for a second shit.
I
She
can
definitely
see
got the
this one,
shits.
and there I am. There I
I wish
am.
this light would stay permanently on.
So his thing that he's either he's holding the comments or I don't know, something's fucking up.
You
Oh,
didn't
well.
seem like you're too poopy. Do you want back in, Bo? Are you done? You're just standing there now. Just standing there looking at nothing.
Cause she's gonna just keep you outside as long as possible.
Fucking freezing out here, Bo. It's not good for your arthritis.
You mean it's freezing for you?
Little poof.
Cause
And then she gets all limpy. And she gets all limpy because it's her arthritis.
it's so, but if she didn't get all limpy, you wouldn't feel sorry for her and give her a treat. And then
Can't
she
see her
could
butt.
go,
Let me turn around. Turn around. Turn around. That didn't actually look like I should have let you in. What the fuck? You're not tracking anything. Come here. I need to see. I need to see. Don't squat your tail. Val. I don't want you wiping your ass everywhere if you're fucking shitty.
Yo, it's the dog segment.
And you're trembling. I haven't even done anything. I just.
You are.
She really hates getting wiped.
You are torturing, cause it's torture. It's torture.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want my ass wiped either, but. You know, you ain't taking care of business. Oh, you're fine.
Hey.
I ain't dealing with it. Good enough.
We shot down a spy balloon.
A spy balloon?
Fuck yes! Apparently we've shot down a Chinese spy balloon.
That was the best they could do. There's a balloon. I guess you can always say like, "Oh no, that the air carried off course." That is kind of genius in that way. Be like, yeah, it's a balloon. It's got blown over there.
Do you?
Wasn't our fault. We weren't spying on you.
China don't have that good of a Wi-Fi to have a fucking balloon transfer data from that kind of distance.
They do. They do. Especially if it's the government. They're gonna have all the Wi-Fi.
Just because they have the Wi-Fi doesn't mean their Wi-Fi in that country's good.
It still worked. There's,
Yeah.
You know how many Chinese hackers that fucking fuck with our government like every
Are using
day?
balloons though? Are using balloons to the system? What would this?
I think there's a hidden genius there.
What would they be using it to? How? It can't be a camera, cause you can't. What's the camera for? What? Are you gonna control where the balloon flies? I don't think so. Like, so it's got to be like some sonar or something. And then what if the balloon? What if the balloon got off target and like ended up in
Do we know
Africa or
if this
something?
balloon has like a little propeller? If it's like it floats, but it like maybe has like maybe it's like a drone hybrid balloon?
Like a goddamn cartoon. No, man. No, it's a random. It's just a regular balloon that might have something attached to it, but I can't really tell like what it looks like a solar panel kind of.
And I can see how you do that. You could definitely like track the air, like how like the winds are blowing and stuff, and then you could like have it, sort of an estimated course that it's gonna take.
Maybe. I don't know. I ain't never heard of no fucking
Don't underestimate wind science, okay?
spy balloon. Fucking spy balloon.
But then I hope that China does use the excuse of like it ran off course because that's the only genius that's in that. And then like the UN is like, we know you're lying, but we're the UN and most of us are all corrupt too. The fact that you have an excuse that kind of works, we'll give it to you.
I had to look into it. I'm not 100%.
Saudi Arabia is on our Human Rights Council, so we don't give a shit.
So but yeah, get back to your phone. Get back to your phone.
I'm on the phone now.
All right. So
Tell me why you're barking at.
So yeah, I need you to look at it's called the 3 Shades of Black cover by Hank 3.
Oh, is this on? Where is
It's on his main channel, Jared Genesis.
Okay, once.
It's also on the playlist if you need to find it.
Oh yeah.
Also gonna check out his diss track to Drunken Peasants. But before we do that, we'll get into this. What's good then, motherfucker? What's good then? That's one
What's
comment.
good then?
All right. This one says blasting this at full volume during driving through South Central LA and throwing gang signs out the window. And then you have, dude, why upload this? And bars.
Wait, how did you get the comments?
This is a different video. This is Drunken
Oh, okay.
Peasants diss track.
Gotcha.
And then he replied with some weird stickers. He replied as why not is a better question. No, it's not. And then he said, "Hey, my man." And those are the only 4 comments that I can see, but this apparently has 9 comments.
I can't see comments either, and I've never commented. I think I've noticed some ones do that. Maybe he could
Oh,
have just made it
hasn't-
hide.
Yeah, he hasn't. He probably hasn't reviewed them yet, and hasn't released them or something.
Remember to keep. Yeah.
But yeah, this is
Probably
the diss
goes
track.
to review.
This is the diss track.
What it got.
Alright, drunken peasants. You really think I was gonna leave you guys out? I'm about to eat y'all up. Oh, drunken peasants are dirty peasants. Billy the Fridge is Ben's present. Pimp Monk is a little fucking punk. Talking shit on me? Ooh, you smell like a skunk. Ben Pie
Pimp
loves
Monk hasn't even
kids
been on
and
in like
guys.
fucking a year.
244 McDonald's fries. Shabisky got beat by his dad when he was drinking some fucking whiskey. Oh,
Oh yeah, altered
now he
perspective.
thinks he's
That's right.
cool because he
Shabisky.
makes little kids
I don't-
feel frisky.
You can't.
Oh,
You can't even
Lady
say that.
Hopia
And
lives
this is
in
a thing I
Ben's
hate
head.
about Jared.
Can't admit
He never
that
watches
raped
Drunken
two
Peasants.
girls
He just-
in bed.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, we might have to come back to
Check
that. Pause.
it out, man.
All right. I
First
paused.
First off, Jared only gets his Drunken Peasants information secondhand from trolls. And it's funny, it's very obvious because he'll just have things that are totally off, cartoonishly off, and like perfectly in his favor too. And it'll be like the most unbelievable shit. Like anytime, like when they're just having just like actual like problems with their broken computer too, he's like, ha ha ha, yeah, my hackers got to you, bro. They told me. Because he believes like anyone who's kind of nice to him, he fucking instantly like believes everything they say, as long as they keep up with the routine of like dealing with his neediness. But it's funny because that's why he thinks that Drunken Peasants 2 is like all those guys, when Drunken Peasants is just Billy the Fridge and Ben. Altered Perspective is Shabinsky, Ben, and sometimes Pimp Monk, which I can't even say that Pimp Monk is there because he's almost always just asleep, like sagging out of his chair. It's usually just sleep cam with Pimp Monk while Ben and Shabinsky talk. Because he gets into the kratom sleep. Because he just takes a shit ton of kratom and like passes out.
Yes. All right. Well, let's finish this fucking abomination.
Yeah, I miss Pimp Monk.
Makes little kids feel frisky. Oh. Lady Hopia lives in Ben's head. Can't admit that he raped two girls in bed. Oh. Check it out, man. Haven't been relevant since TJ left. What? They're all fat like DJ Jeff. What? When people watch them, it makes them rest. Come here, Ben. Let me give you a girlfriend back. I just got done squeezing her breast. Everyone's a fucking pest. Ben's ugly girlfriend, she got no chest. That's just the rest. Oh.
Well, then how'd you
Think
how'd
twice
you screw your
before you
breast?
fuck with Mr. Punk Rock Vest. With Mr. Punk Rock Vest. Bitch. Got him, son. Fuck you, DP. Your mama caught you with CP.
What?
CP. Fucking.
Oh, CP. It sounded like you said sheepy.
Man, you can't even do a got him right. You can't even do got him. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, and again, in the perfect Jared fashion, he's projecting all the pedophilia stuff on them that he does. Because he only projects.
Yeah, Jared Jensen's mom caught him with child porn, I'm going to assume.
Probably.
With
I
CPs.
mean, we fucking know. He thinks no one knows, but everyone fucking knows. He fucking admitted it on Live Gamer. and then he'll deny it, and then in the same video of deny it, he'll defend it again in his position.
Fucking garbage, man. Absolute trash. No class.
I'm not a pedophile, but there's nothing really wrong with being a pedophile.
Alright.
And like, if it was allowed. Know what I'm saying, bro? Mm-hmm.
Let's do this, y'all. Three shades of black is where I come from. Depression, misery, and hellacious fun. We're not the kind of turn our backs and run. Three black is where we come from.
Unfortunately, these artists need to just end their careers.
Some are junkies, some are
Jared
freaks,
Genesis is a fan of you. Just
everyday
end your, just make all your music illegal and just walk away.
And until he gets offended by you not acknowledging him or gets jealous of your success and then starts talking about like, man, they fucking suck. They suck now.
Then you can come back. But,
Come back to her.
Three shades of black.
I mean, he's trying to be confident. I guess you could say that. He still deserves it. I can't. I wish I could fucking just meet him in the wild. Just randomly.
Darkness gives us our thrill.
Just randomly meet him in the wild. But he never leaves his fucking house.
Rest in peace, GGL.
Nope.
Doesn't shower. Gets flipped by somebody and claims to be raped.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's claiming like people are dropping left and right that's related to said person. And I follow the people that he's saying has died. It's like, what are you?
Obvious
They're
bots, bro.
Three shades of black is what makes us strong. You're wearing a uniform chosen.
He's such a bitch. He's starting to cry just from having to sing on camera. He can't handle it.
This angle.
What a
The fact that he played this back to himself and was like, "That's how you do it. This is good."
I don't think he played this back. He slapped the intros. He slapped those the intro and outro on and left it at that. There's no way he was confident enough to listen to these.
Like metal and whiskey, living hard and chasing downhill. We'll never give up on what we have, 'cause the darkness gives us our thrills.
Who the fuck are you winking to?
Darkness gives us
Who
our
are you
thrills.
To all the-
staring at? Who is he
To all the-
staring at?
To all the 8-year-olds out there.
That's gotta be like his dad or one of his parents has gotta be.
No,
on
it is. I confirmed because it's fucking his dad fucking hates him, and he hates his dad.
Well, it's gotta be his mom or something. Someone is staring at him while he's doing this.
I think he's just trying to be sexy for the camera because he thinks he's
Not
thinks he
looking at
is.
not looking at the camera is sexy.
Oh. I'll be mute for a second.
Interesting.
Keep it going for a second. I'll be mute for a second.
I mean, I have to wait for you. We're carrying on to the next Jared Genis video.
I'm here. Just one second.
Yeah, I got you. I just really can't carry on until you can actually like be back fully. Where is my? I lost it. Okay, it's right there. Never mind. Up. Gotta do the. Well, it's been an eventful stream. Not a bad one.
Oh, did you end it? I was just moving because there's about to be music.
No, I didn't end it.
Just making sure. One second.
I was just saying, I feel that it's been a good stream so far. I think we got some juicy content. Oh, silence. Oh, the silence. Should have something queued up. Make sure these silences don't get like this.
Damn it. Always got to be like, oh, Spooge, I'll be right back for a little bit. Entertain the crowd. Put it on you to entertain the crowd. But when I leave, we're helpless.
Not that I'm helpless, it's just I didn't have anything to do. Would be nice if I had like a soundboard or something that I could just like play random sound effects while you're gone. That's all I was trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I was trying to say. Alright. Tiz, are you ready?
Yes.
Alright, you guys, what's going on, y'all? Holy shit, man, it's the weekend. Bloop. Loud voice, Jared. I was just singing a song. Sorry about that, guys. That blasted your fucking eardrums. I apologize for that shit. Anyways, guys, holy shit. You know, this kinds of stuff really needs to be talked about, bro. These fucking TikTok girls. And if you know my story, I was on TikTok and
someone got horny and angry again.
Fucking thoughties, bro. It was fucking hilarious. You know, these fucking entitled women, dude. And apparently there's this trend going on where women.
How is this guy an incel still? How is he not past the threshold all incel should pass and just disappeared? Like, how is he still around?
He's like the most base nature, and so.
God, it's man.
Film themselves at the gym, and then they call guys stalkers for looking at them. That's how stupid it is, bro. And this one girl.
This motherfucker is this motherfucker didn't. Who addressed it? Someone addressed this issue like just recently, man, on YouTube. A big YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
The women that's posting videos of like dudes that's like glancing over in their direction and they're acting like they're being harassed.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck was that?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
I think it was Charlie. It might have been Charlie. Who the fuck was that YouTuber? Ah, never mind. I'm gonna rack my brain. Let's continue.
Called this guy feral. This feral guy is staring at me at the gym. While she's fucking filming herself, making a scene. All this other bullshit, and wearing scantily fucking clad clothing.
Jared probably went in for the
What do you
sniff.
expect, bitch? I mean, really, dude. What do you expect when you dress like that? When you make a scene, filming yourself and all this shit. Of course people are gonna look at you, dumbass. I mean, really. Are TikTokers this stupid? I mean, apparently they are. I mean, I know they are, but like, holy shit, man. It's a sad world we're living in, guys. And I can tell men and women, it's not the same, dude. Like, relationships aren't the same anymore. And I know if you're a simp, then you're probably not going to have trouble. But if you're not a simp in this day and age, it's hard to find love, bro. Because of all these fucking entitled women, dude. Because of feminism. Feminism has unfortunately ruined females. The only good ones left, are the Christian conservative types. Those are the only good women left. The ones that believe that, that I won't say believe, but the ones that are okay being in the kitchen. That's just how I feel, homie. But look, I mean,
Holy what a piece of shit. Can I please? I got these hands, man. I got these motherfucking hands. And one is saying Jared, the other is saying Genesis. And they need to speak with him.
All he's saying is that he wants it to be like the good old days when you get sold a child bride and she'd have to do everything that you said.
These motherfucking hands. Oh, God. Not even... I am so glad this is only a fucking 10-minute video, but holy shit. Barely 3 minutes in.
Yeah, that's
And I
like
already
that's
wanna
like
tap
what
out.
the deep type of predator that this person is luckily stays in his house very cowardly, so he doesn't really get out.
Well,
So what he wants is someone young that he can teach, that he can forcefully teach to love him.
Yeah,
Because that's the only way is through brainwashing to ever love a beast like this.
he fucking the only reason why he doesn't leave is because he knows that he's not a threat to anybody else. That if he tried to pursue his tendencies, that he'd get his shit kicked in.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, just if he gets caught in public, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like other people like me that really would overreact to when seeing him in public.
Mm-hmm.
do what you love. Do you, girl. I'm all for that. But, you know, if you think that being in the kitchen is like going backwards in time, then yeah, you're pretty much undateable. That's just the way that I see it, though, dude. You know what I'm saying? And like,
I know my point of view doesn't matter, but why the fuck does your point of view matter?
Because Jared is always
Why-
correct
Why
in his
the
world.
Why in the fuck should anybody be like, yeah, this guy's right? Why? What gives? I need the question answered of where did you obtain the authority to say this?
The School of Hard Knocks.
what am I trying to say here, bro? I mean, really, like, this fucking bitch at the gym. Holy shit. I'm so glad I have a backyard gym now, bro. I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that shit anymore. Because I remember that shit, bro. I remember girl.
He doesn't have a goddamn gym. He's never been to the goddamn gym. This motherfucker has went to a dojo one time and got flipped and felt sexually molested. So he decided to never return to them ever again, including gyms. Because let's face it,
The only weights he probably has is that the one with the two plushies at each end from SpongeBob.
ah, man. He already got Mr. Bunny after the flood. That rat bastard. We were remodeling the house at night, and we heard a noise rumbling around. Went outside, shined a light, and there he fully naked, Jared Genesis, with my Mr. Bunny. Still muddy.
Oh shit!
Still muddy. That son of
Damn.
a bitch. I'll never.
And the mud wasn't the worst thing on there.
No, because he completed. That was the worst part about it. It sounded like a squealing rabbit. Jared making the noise. It sounded like a terrified, captured rabbit.
Then I could like imagine him like squirming away like a big fat maggot too on his belly.
Yes.
Burrows
What was
into
that?
the ground.
It was a very ugly sight. I'll never forget it. His 3 centimeters. They're always there now. They're always there.
It was so small, but so scarring. You could see it so clearly, despite how small.
And it was very obvious that his nuts have receded into him long ago. Like they didn't fall, they didn't drop. They went further up. They went further up. It was like
Full reptile.
there's a weird bulging above the two. It was like in a heart shape kind of deal. that was his nuts underneath the skin.
We're getting real specific there.
I had to see it. Everybody else has to fucking see it.
Girls that would like look at you funny and shit like that, homie. I remember I was on the fucking Smith machine, dog, and these 2 girls were working out. You know, I was doing my thing on my fucking Smith machine. You know what I'm saying? I like the Smith machine. Who cares? It doesn't make me a pussy for that, but I know I'm gonna get a comment for that. But anyways,
No, I
yeah,
don't
there
think
was
that's what
2
you're gonna
bitches
get a
next to
comment
me.
about.
And, you know, one was pretty fly, and I won't lie to you, bro. I won't fucking front. I was kind of checking her out. and her bitch friend
No,
gets
you're
right
you're
behind her,
probably
like,
gawking,
yeah.
drooling.
I know for a fact that the dudes that were noticing that he was gawking was uncomfortable by how much he was gawking.
Mhm. Yeah, this wasn't just someone who like put a camera out of focus and then like lied for like Instagram likes. This is a man who has those like you've seen how like sometimes how buggy his eyes get. I bet they went
Yeah.
into full on bug out,
Oh,
almost at his head like a cartoon character,
I-
like pointed at the ass.
I literally would if I would go shower after seeing the stare. It's
Oh my god! The horror of looking back.
No peeky for you. I got my peaks taken away, bro. I swear, dude, these fucking women. These fucking women, bro, are something else, homie. But, you know, what can you do? Feminism has pretty much ruined females, so there's not really much you can do as a fucking alpha male, you know, as someone who's not a simp. I would say just try to find a girl at church.
Bruh, you're not an alpha. The only reason why I'm calling you an omega because that means you're last. Like you're lesser than a beta. You're lesser than a delta. Like let's be real here. Like you're last.
Oh,
This guy, I could push this guy over and I would he would act like I tried to murder him.
you raped him.
Church, man. Go to church, maybe. I don't know, bro. But then again, a lot of churches are full of simps, are run by simps, these fake Christians and shit. I used to go to one of those churches back when I was a Catholic, and that fucking sucked. But I would just say, man, you know,
They need to get in the priesthood.
don't go out of your way to look for women, men, unless you're in a third world country where women are actually women. Don't go out of your way.
Can I please? Please. Like, please. Please. Just
See, this is
Come on.
this is funny because this is actually how he used to get an audience sometimes. Because he'd get like yeah, fucking fuck bitches,
I just
and
wanna,
he'd get all the incels. But then he'd come out with like out of nowhere with the pedophilia shit, and then people be like, wait, what? Like even some of the more disgusting like fucking sexists on there just like wait whoa oh hold on. And then he actually started getting a following of like maps, but he fucked that up because he kept like being in denial too, and and even annoyed them just from interacting with them,
Ugh.
and they all abandoned him. He was abandoned by the pedophiles.
Abandoned by everybody. But he won't be abandoned by these hands. Oh, these hands got him.
Because unfortunately, man, I'm telling you, a lot of these girls, bro, they're just damaged goods. They're no good, man. They're undateable. They're mentally unstable. You know, they act like men. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is just sad, bro. This is the sad state we're living in, dude. Where it's just like it's dangerous to try to get pussy now. It's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? And I gave it up, dude.
The only reason why it's dangerous for you is because you want an underage person and it would be illegal. Stop trying to beat around the fucking bush, you dipshit asshole. Like, God, I just wanna, just in the kidney.
Why?
Right.
Why are you?
Just
No,
let me-
you're just being an SJW.
Just right in the kidney, man. Just let me right in the kidney, just 2 or 3 times. I won't do it so hard to where it can kill him. I won't do that. I know that hitting someone in the kidney is very dangerous, but come on, just 3 times in the kidney. Just 3 times in the kidney. Maybe once in the face.
I've seen boxers take it and live.
Maybe once in the face, you know. And if he if he falls down, might kick him just a tiny little bit, But come on, man, come on, man. Why not? Why?
And then
You know.
I'm gonna hit you, and you're gonna fall.
Like,
And I'm gonna look down, and I'm gonna laugh.
like,
A quote by another pedophile.
can you just
Heyo.
can you give me another? That's not my quote. That's not my fucking quote.
No, I was quoting fucking
I was saying that so you better
John Kay.
fucking- Yeah, you better fucking say who it is.
Yeah. I didn't repeat what you said. I was just doing a reference, doing a Ren and Stimpy reference.
Without any context to that conversation, it sounded like that you're calling me another. You were saying.
I guess I could see you. Yeah. For anybody who didn't pay attention to fully.
Because, man, nobody can give me a sound explanation of why I shouldn't. Is the only argument I'm gonna bring up. It's the only argument. You can't give me a sound explanation of why not.
I guess other
I'm a monk.
than going
You
to
know
jail.
what I'm saying? It's been decades since I've been laid, and
First offenders, motherfucker.
True.
I'll get community service at best. Cause I'm clean. It's worth it too. See, that's the thing. Like, you get if you're gonna waste your first offender's rights, you're gonna have to waste them on something that's worth it. And I think, to be honest, I won't even get charged first offenders when I tell the judge that I kicked the shit out of him because he is a known pedophile that had CP. All I'm gonna try to say.
I'm okay with that, bro. You know, some people ask me why I wear the same shirt all the time because, bitch, I can. I'm not tied down, motherfucker. I can do what I want, homie.
I can sit here
For the
and
most
rot
part,
in my own
I can
filth.
pretty much do what I want. You know what I'm saying? You know, my parents would probably get pissed if I walked naked to the kitchen to get a sandwich, but I mean, other than that, bro, I can pretty much do what I want, man. And I don't have to give many fucks around here. And I like that life, dude. You know, I can only imagine being a simp on a leash, you know, having my fucking girlfriend talk to me like a drill sergeant. You know, and those are my haters. I guarantee.
Imagine the
my
shame
haters
of
are
seeing
fucking
this
simps,
schlub
you know, who
slunking
bow
out
down
of
to
his
women
room,
and shit.
just
They're just
knowing what he is,
Hey, apparently we simp
knowing that he's your son.
according
Hmm?
according according to according to him, we're simps with since of course we're obviously haters. Obviously we're haters.
Mhm.
We're simps that got girlfriends, man. When'd you get yours? I don't remember. I don't remember getting
Oh, this is a
mine.
roast on me now. Was Jared having too much?
I was saying I wasn't roasting. I was saying, when did we get our girlfriends? When was I made aware? When were we made simps? I'm not buying anybody. I'm not buying nobody's boyfriend a
True.
Nintendo Switch.
No, yeah, that is true.
So when did you get yours? Because I don't remember having one.
No, yeah, never did.
Oh man. I guess I'm not a simp. So that means I'm not a hater. See, I broke his math. I broke his fucked up math.
I'd have to see it. I'd have
men,
to. I'd
dude,
have
they're
to see your
fucking
work.
weak. And that's why they troll.
But I
It's
believe
because
you.
they're just full of anger and rage, and they're emotional like women and shit. You know what I'm saying? They're just they're completely castrated, completely fucking. You know what I'm saying? Completely just. One of my Native American friends had a good saying for it, but what was it like? Broken bucks. You know, like horses that are tamed. They got no hair on their balls anymore. They're just they're little fucking manlets, bro. You know, there's not a wild hair on their fucking nuts. Just being honest, dude. You know, and I would hate to become like that. Like that's just.
You've never
Why
seen
is
your
it-
nuts in probably like in most of your life.
He's never remembered they receded. Remember the lore. They receded into him to where
They
their
receded,
balls
and
are-
also his belly would do like the Family Guy thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
He looked like a naked fat Family Guy character.
So it definitely God, I just want to hit this guy.
Nude him, sing, bro.
Just wanna hit him. Just one time. Come on. One time.
That's sad to me, and I find it really depressing. So, but yeah, bro, if you guys didn't know, I was actually on TikTok. That was a journey, bro. That was a journey. And a big reason why I left is because I know that they were harassing my county sheriff, which I had to talk to, and that's fine. You know, you got to deal with bullshit sometimes. I don't really particularly like cops, but
Because you're supposed to be, I'm not 100% sure if he is, but he is supposed to be registered. He is supposed to be registered. And you're not allowed on those kind of apps anymore, buddy. So yeah, people need to be reporting. You're not even supposed to be allowed on YouTube.
He's never had a court or anything like that. He's not in
I
the
know
system.
that he's gotten. I know he's gotten.
He may be
caught with
investigated,
the
though.
I know he has gotten caught with the CP.
He hasn't been caught with CP. I don't
Yeah,
believe
yeah,
so.
I
don't remember that.
I would have to re-look, but I'm pretty sure this is the guy that I'm thinking of.
He never has. I don't believe so, because he's definitely confessed to a lot of things, but that's why they can never nail him. Actually,
I
he's
could be thinking of another scumbag, but I thought it was this guy.
drunken peasants would know. That it's explicit that they can't nail this guy down until like they get like a hold of his like computer or something, which people definitely have suspicion that he's got shit on his computer because of how stupid he is too, that he's like,
I wouldn't be
thinks
surprised
it's
if
hidden
he
or
has,
whatever.
like, to be honest, he probably has like physical copies. To be honest.
I wouldn't be surprised if he has both, and then has like a little like file that isn't even like locked on his thing that says like "Don't look in this."
Do not enter.
Do not enter.
But I could have again, I could be wrong, but I could have swore that there was a story about him getting caught with CP.
No.
And I thought that was the whole point of him not being allowed on any social medias, was because of that.
No, he's not allowed on any social medias because he harasses people.
He's got to do a hell of a lot
He
of
just starts.
harassing
He just
to- 'cause
starts
he gets he's gotten banned
conflict
from
and
all-
shit.
He's gotten banned
Yeah.
from everything, so he does a hell of a lot
Yeah.
of harassing.
Because with YouTube, he admittedly too on video like admitted to false flagging and that he always
Yeah,
false flags and stuff too.
I
And that's how he got. That's actually how he got banned off of YouTube, was from like just admitting that he false flags and uses the system to like shut people up.
I'll double check because that if it's not the same guy, then there's another guy we have to check up on. Then I'll have to find
Gotcha.
that video. But yeah, let's continue.
I feel bad for anyone that has to be harassed, and I know there was like a ton of people on TikTok, harassing them about me, saying that I'm this and that. And look, I just didn't want the cops to have to deal with that shit anymore. That was a big reason why I left TikTok, to be honest with you. I have sympathy for anyone, dude, who has to deal with those kinds of people. So, and I had that happen too when I was fucking swatted, you know what I'm saying, when I was live streaming. I know that people were harassing the cops about me and shit like this, and so that's a big reason why I don't stream anymore, dude. It's just because there's very, very sick people in the world, man, who have no control of themselves. And these fucking thoughties, these gem thoughties and shit like that, they're just the same, man. They have no control.
That you're coming for him.
Fucking, when I was fucking swatted, you know what I'm saying, when I was live streaming. I know that people were harassing the cops about me and shit like this, and so that's a big reason why I don't stream anymore, dude. It's just because there's very, very sick people in the world, man, who have no control of themselves. And these...
And also he wasn't swatted. The cops did come and show up, but they just showed up politely at the door and were like, "Hey, what's going on?"
That actually
he wasn't actually swatted.
That might
it was
be
an
why,
attempt.
Because I knew the cop showed up at his that might be why I'm mistaking him for another guy. It's because the cops did show up at his house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean a lot of people get swatted, especially if you're a pedophile. Yeah, but then people are actually trying to kill you.
All right, let's continue.
These fucking thoughties, these gem thoughties and shit like that, they're just the same, man. They have no control. They're just little fucking, they have the maturity of a fucking 12-year-old. And they're just entitled and sad. I don't know, bro. Like, most of them are just fucking unhateable. So let these little TikTok bitches have their fun, because I can guarantee you most of them will die alone with cats and boxed wine. I mean, let's just be honest, dude. Not a lot of guys will have the balls to say this, but a lot of these TikTok women will in fact die alone. They will, because they choose to act like men, and it's
He's probably been attacked by a cat before, and that
Well, what's funny is that he always it's just that he's stupid, and his only go-to is like, oh yeah, all these feminists gonna grow up to be crazy cat ladies one day. When his mom actually is a crazy cat lady. He's mentioned all the cat shit everywhere, and she also is a hoarder.
So yeah, that's more projection. It's more projection.
Yeah, it's projection because it's Jared. Everything is always about him and everything around him. And even when he's attacking you, he's really attacking himself, but he's too stupid. He has to project it at you.
unfortunate, but it's their life, it's their fucking destiny that they're choosing by acting like this. So all I can say is I hope you enjoy the clout. When you make stupid videos like this at the gym, harassing other men just for looking at you, because I can fucking guarantee you, karma will bite you in the ass for it, and you will die alone with cats. So anyways, guys, that's what I got for you on this video. Peace.
Alright. Now this is a perfect segue for what I imagine Jared doing at the gym. Let me find where this is. Hold on. Where did I put it? How far back was it? Okay. Where's the sniff? trying to remember when I put that shit. Oh wait, would be around here. Maybe. So much shit. I think I went too far. Yeah, I went too far.
Guilty until proven innocent.
Giant chicken. That would have been after. Did I not put it? I feel like sometimes it doesn't go through. Let's see.
What would you know?
Security.
The title?
That's why I'm looking. Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. I'm just gonna add it on there. I guess if it's not. Where'd it go? Oh, did it get? It didn't get taken off, did it? Wait, nope. There it is. There it is. Save to playlist. I put that on there. I know I did, but it's on there now. Wait, which channel am I on?
Give me a second.
No, I'm on. Okay. We'll have to scroll through.
the title.
Yes. All right. Yeah. If I full screen this. It's pretty whack ass angle, but this is the only version of it.
First one. You dirty motherfucker.
Wait, bro, it gets better because now he's about to like.
Oh my god. Third time. Second. Oh shit.
He broke away. So let me forward, Greg.
Oh my god. I'm having fucking.
Let go.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Fucking thirds.
Wait for the last one, bro.
Oh my god. So I had to do the second video. This is the final this is the fourth time he comes in. Yeah, look. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Fucking sniffer, man. Fucking going in for them deep fucking sniffs. That was Jared. That's Jared at the gym.
I don't even fucking know how he got away with that. Like, he was getting deep in that shit, man.
I mean, obviously, she probably has like AirPods in and like, you know, is really focused on her form and stuff. But I don't know how anybody else.
She should have felt his nose. She should have felt his nose. There's no way he did not touch. There's no way his nose did not touch. Alright, so we got a new King Cobra video we can watch.
King Cobra.
Or we can start all the way at the very beginning of the playlist. Well, not at the very, very beginning. But we can start watching we can watch the 80s show pilot. Which one would you prefer to do?
Yeah, we could do the 80s. Get that out of the way. It's been sitting there for a while.
Well, this basically will kind of like put us on track to do the playlist in order.
Mm-hmm.
I will have to be really careful though, because I know there's going to be a shit ton of copyright music.
Oh yeah.
But no one gives a fuck about this TV show. No one cares. We're only going to watch the pilot. We're not going to watch I'm not going to subject you to the whole thing.
No. God.
There was a day.
Club Berlin.
Hey, Sophia! Oh, wow, this is kind of awkward. You dancing with him, me dancing with her?
No, it isn't. We broke up.
Oh. Well, I wasn't really sure. I mean, you know, when you said you wanted to see other people, I didn't know that meant not me.
I should have been more specific. We're really not right for each other. Sorry.
So, you must be the new guy, huh? What are you, a stockbroker? Drive a new Beamer? I'm the struggling musician who wrote 2 ballads about her last week.
Corey, he's not the new guy. I just met him in the bathroom. Look, what we had was nice, but it's over. It's time to move on.
Fine. Hey, great. I am moving on.
Good. So we're crystal clear on this. We've broken up.
Hey, I'm not going to say it again, Sophia. It is over.
Great. Take care.
I want my tapes back. Quit it. I hate dancing.
His tapes.
Hey, is my nose bleeding?
They said Dennis fucking loves to dance, and I
Oh,
was muted. But yeah, that is Dennis. That's definitely Dennis.
It's his long lost twin.
Nah, you're good. I've got bad news. Sophia and I are finished.
Aw.
Yeah, I've got some bad news myself. Kids, Mother and I split up.
That happened 2 years ago.
I know, I just love saying it.
What is that smell?
That is the smell of my little entrepreneur.
That's right. I'm making candles.
They smell like death.
Death or pina colada.
Death.
Corey, Sophia wasn't right for you. What with her being a lesbian and all.
Katie, she's not a lesbian. She's bisexual. She's like a vegetarian who likes turkey every now and then.
You ain't busting a gut, man. You ain't. None of these jokes are landing, man. You don't find this funny? You don't find this comedy gold? I mean, I don't see why this TV show failed, man. Why would it ever fail? Can you tell me why? Can you?
It's definitely a sitcom. It's very much a sitcom.
That won't hold up in
very
court.
sitcom.
Look, son, I know you feel lost. You've got this worthless degree in philosophy.
That's your theory.
Your sister's a big wheel in the candle game. Now you've gone and turned a perfectly good woman into a lady golfer. Right? You need to get over it. Get back in the game.
Let me fix you up with someone.
No?
Oh! My sophomore roommate from college. She's fun, tall, good-looking, straight.
How good looking?
Daddy? No.
You kids are so judgmental.
T.
Hey, Roger.
Hey, glad you're here. So I know these are all power ties, but which one of these says I will crush you in a hostile takeover?
Oh, God.
Burgundy.
She's right.
I can't believe...
What, you don't like this series, Fez? You don't like this, Fez? What's wrong with this, Fez?
Fez.
Yeah, he's the foreign guy. He's the foreign one of them.
Ah. I got you. I was
don't like
looking at him at that moment. I've seen this character before. I feel like I've heard that line.
believe this is a conversation. Come on, I'm gonna be late for work. Time is money, slacker. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
I'm embarrassed to be seen with you.
I'm embarrassed to be seen with you. What happened to you? 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 What happened to you?
Best friends?
Best friends.
By making a change in your destiny, affirmation. I deserve success.
I deserve success.
Personal power and growth are tools.
Personal
in my
power
God, man,
and growth are
fucking-
Please, God, no more! Hey, mine.
Laugh track, man. I hate laugh tracks so much. Even in good shows. And this one feels so excessive. It's every line. It's every fucking line. They'll even say something normal, and then there'll be laughs.
Because every line is a joke. Don't you get it?
And you know what? In a social situation, when I'm around the people I'm familiar with, I will laugh along if people just start laughing, even if I didn't think something was funny, just as a as a cue. But this thing does the opposite. This is unnatural. This is enemy tribe. This makes me angry. This fills me with violent rage. These aren't the cause of my laughs. These laughs they aren't laughing at the things I laugh at. Different.
I just don't think you can. I just don't think that you have hit the level that the vibe of this show has hit. Is all.
I'd rather be watching Drake and Josh. Drake and Josh is way better than this, and it's like Drake and Josh actually had some people have some decent moments, but it's pretty corny ass shit. But this shit makes Drake and Josh not corny at all. This is somehow cornier than a kid's sitcom, which is supposed to be corny. Drake and Josh is supposed to be corny.
Hey, but we got Glenn.
This is the '80s show. This is after the '70s show. I mean, the '70s show had its corny moments, but still, I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess it just had the right.
They completely missed what made the '80s. This is.
I can't even say that it's because they had the right actors, because they have a great actor here. They have a great funny person here, and they're misusing him.
No, it's the writers changed between season 7 and season 8 of the '70s show, and the writers just from that last season just made this show, and it's very obvious those writers had no clue.
Oh yeah, that last season fucking sucked ass. I always hated when that era, because I know I watched that '70s show throughout my life, just because not only was it on all the time on AFN and the only English network we could have available through the military and when living in Germany, but it just is I feel like even today is still just rerunning forever on various channels on cable television, and they usually they always cycle them through each season, and I always hate when it get to this. To that season, it's like, oh fuck, just get to season 1 again, please.
Yep. The season without Eric. It's very.
It's so empty. It's kind of depressing.
It's soulless. It's super soulless, and there's that soullessness is carried over into this show, and that's why this show failed so hard.
You might find yourself.
Nope, shit. That's definitely copyrighted.
I deserve a beautiful wife with beautiful breasts.
Remember the 80s? We needed something so we could call this the 80s show. Oh yeah, this is Killing Joke. Killing Joke, man.
Where's your Lionel Richie section?
This is a song that Nirvana stole after this song stole the riff from a song by The Damned. Shit. I'm breaking out on it.
Hi, Margaret. Sorry I'm late.
Wait, I'm gonna get a clock in this place.
You mind if I put this on?
Fuck, I just listened to that today. It's one of my favorite Damned songs, and I can't think of the title. Because this nonsense, this fucking...
Well, I'm pretty sure my girlfriend dumped me for a woman.
Happens.
My music career is not a career.
Happens.
And my hip dad wants me to get in the game.
Yeah, my mom stopped telling me what to do when I was 17. Of course, I was living with Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison's a god.
A god who thought my breasts looked like mushrooms. Beautiful mushrooms.
I just want to make music, you know? I'm 22 years old, for God's sake. I'm not ready to do the corporate droid thing.
You know, as far as that corporate thing goes, I hear once you go dead inside, it's not so bad.
Yo. Punk rock rooster, 12 o'clock.
Oh, Corey, that's the...
Did you just make some small-minded middle-class comment about me, bud? It's about...
Isn't that hilarious? Look at what punk used to be.
Used to be fucking red.
I hate this is her appearance is the joke though.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh yeah, I guess it is. I guess I didn't really consider that.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't see a normal person.
Like, yeah, they were that extreme, but they would do the spikes better and everything. Like, pitiful poser, fucking poser.
About my hair, isn't it?
No.
Okay. So when you go to the barber, what do you ask for? The Blue Lagoon?
What do you ask for? The Stegosaurus?
Oh, ow. I'm so not going to the prom with you.
Tuesday, this is Corey. Corey, Tuesday. Tuesday
From the
works
side, it
here
kind of
now.
looks cool like a crown.
Oh, great. So we'll be working
I think
together.
it's growing on me.
You know, Tuesday's kind of an interesting name.
Blah, blah, blah.
That would be the track record of you being attracted to toxic personality.
There's so much music in this that they just like blast out of nowhere. It's like, oh, it's 80s, it's 80s, it's the 80s. Remember that 70s show when they just like flash, it's 70s, it's the 70s, playing the 70s, we're gonna show footage of 70s.
It's the 80s show. How are you supposed to know it's the 80s?
It's like too subtle because they don't trust anybody to recognize which the fucking 80s. If you do right, you fucking know it's the 80s when you see it in like TV. If it's done right, you know, like yeah, this is fucking 80s. Look at that fucking hair and stuff. And it seems like they weren't even confident that people would know. When was this made?
This came out in 2002.
2002.
Yep.
Yeah, this has no excuse. If this was like even kind of like a couple years before, like still kind of within the 90s when that was a little bit like a little bit not too far away when it'd be like, oh, it'd be hard to to do anything. But 2002 was way different enough that you'd be like, you have a bunch of 80 shit.
Punk still kind of looked like that back in 2002. Like how she looked, like what they're making fun of was still kind of what Punk was.
But they didn't listen to the same shit.
No, they didn't listen to the same shit, but it definitely had the same aesthetic though.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, she looks more like an art punk person from a little bit before, like late 70s mainly.
Oh yeah.
86, that'd be all the kind of skinhead style like hardcore people would start coming in the 80s. Yeah, reference.
Hey,
reference. She sing the song. It's funny. I sing song too.
Hey, it's
I just wanted to drop off his
it's
cassette.
Apple. It's Apple. What I forgot her name.
For San Diego, when it's in the low 90s.
Plays on the Anchorman.
Did you crank up the
Had
AC?
breast cancer.
You want a wine cooler?
Christina Applegate.
Yes.
Don't you have to go to class?
No,
How
I'm
do
off
I
this
not
quarter.
remember that?
My credits are all screwed up
of
since
all
USD went from
names
quarters
to
to
have,
semesters
I
after I had mono. And I
I only remember because of Eric Andre.
But my French lit
It's so
professor
close
slipped into
to
a
Apple
diabetic
White.
coma. So. Wait. You're not my parents. I dropped out. Are you bisexual? Or is that just some lame excuse to break up with my brother?
Yes, I am. And no, it wasn't an excuse.
Peach or boysenberry? Peach. You know, you were the first girl he ever dated that didn't pretend to be on the phone when you guys walked into the room.
Actually, I was hoping maybe you and I could still be friends.
Well, of course we can still be friends.
Really?
No. Get out! You'll both meet somebody.
Actually, I did meet someone.
Really? Well, what's he like?
He's like a she. And she's great. I can't stop thinking about her.
Aw, cool. Well, I'm happy for you.
This is gonna come up. I have a feeling. That actually might be too clever. That might be too clever for this show. I take that back. Yeah, that might be way too fucking clever. I might be giving the show too much credit.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Katie, I knew you were trouble. First time I laid eyes on you.
Okay. Thanks for dropping by. I'm just
This
gonna
is how
let
straight
myself
people
out.
see gays as. You trying to fuck me?
I mean, she did randomly randomly kiss her like that, and was like, "You're trouble from the moment I laid my eyes on you."
That's what I'm saying. Like the writers.
Yeah, okay, yeah. yeah, the writers definitely see it that way.
Because remember that this is just a couple years after even bisexual was invented. Like I'm even surprised that these people even know what the fuck that is. I feel like the writers would be dumb enough to be like, wait, both, one or the other. You're either gay or you're straight. You can't be both.
Hey, I mean, at least this show tried to give somebody a complex sexuality.
And then immediately just made them like.
Sexual offender.
Yeah, just like a sex offender, because it'd be like, like if it was like you found out your friend was gay, like every plot point of any just like stupid show is that like, oh, he smooched me and now I don't know if I'm gay. Because like it's like, oh yeah, just because your friend is gay is like automatically he's gonna be fucking like Pepe Le Pew in you, and then that kind of feeds into like all those dudes who are like, you looking at me? You fucking gay? You wanna fuck me? You wanna fuck my tight ass? That makes me angry. And they beat you up when they want to actually fuck you.
Those guys that say that makes me angry is because you didn't treat them like Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah.
They
because
them first.
Because if you're gay, you have to be attracted to me because I'm the most attracted man in this room.
Hey, yo, that I can't. That sound logic to me. That sound logic to me.
And then you have to die.
Everybody's coming on.
And that's a problem because then I have to kill you because, you know, if you try, I might slip up.
I might actually enjoy your soup, and I don't like your soup.
Or at least I don't want my friends to find out.
Hi, back from lunch.
Oh, well, you're gone so long, why don't you just go ahead and have dinner, too?
All right. I'm not going to be in a place full of tension. Got enough of that when I was sleeping with Credence.
So it's all her jokes are just gonna be.
Either get along or I'll
I wonder. It's always just gonna be like her. It's always gonna be like her either doing drugs or having some sex with said older like 60s band.
Are you?
That's all it's gonna be.
Have you not clicked with the vibe yet, man? Of course. That's I mean, that's the comedy. That's the comedy, man.
Hey Lois, remember the time I slept with Credence?
Fire you both. Did you hear that? She's gonna fire you.
Not me, I have seniority. You.
Not me. I don't wear a bra. Boys like to shop at stores that have girls that don't wear bras.
I can find any record in this store.
Nipples! Oh, excuse me. I have a customer.
I don't see nothing.
Yeah, her argument is completely invalid there. I'm sorry. Like, no. To be honest, if I saw her at the record store, I think she's just loitering at the record store. I would not approach her.
It's a good thing we don't have a face cam on here. Where have nipples? I don't see no nipples. I'm looking, I don't see them.
Oh man, it just this guy. I know that they're covered, but this guy's got more nipple than she does.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Yeah.
How do you get it to stand up?
How do you get it to stand up?
Dad,
what
are you doing here?
This is your daddy?
Hey, she made a erectile dysfunction joke. Yo.
I mean, it was technically the best joke so far.
That's why they kept the real audience reaction in it instead of putting the fake laugh track over it.
Though it would have been better if the audience actually went harder on it, just like someone go like, "Whoa, damn!" So I want one that just like encourages like the audience just to go like fucking insane.
That was fucking. You gotta watch Married with Children, man. You gotta watch Married with Children. they definitely encouraged, like, to be honest, they kind of fucked up because sometimes they would make sure that the audience was really fugly, and every so often you're just gonna get a random shot of the Married with Children fucking audience, and it looks rough. I mean, it's rough.
That's what I like.
It looks like somebody invited
That's what I like in a crowd.
All the special guests from Jerry Springer just so happened to pile into that studio for one day.
Yeah, boy. That's an audience.
Love you on Miami Vice.
Hey, honey, I make fun of his clothes. Me, okay? Not you.
Listen, son, I came up with a great idea. I've decided to let you come and work for me.
All right. Wait, I don't want to work for you.
Look, I'm serious. Now, come on. Marketing's exciting. Now, we've got this new campaign for a great thing called the Gut Whack.
Take the job, man. You've got gut whacker marketeer written all over you.
I'm sorry, could you go sweep out the storage room with your head?
So I'm punk. Deal with it.
You're not punk. You're retro. See, punk was out 6 years ago, and I would know. I was at a Sex Pistols concert while you were listening to the Bay City Rollers in your Barbie jammies.
What a way to prove you're baser than her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Sex Pistols?
I mean,
yes, it's punk. Yes, I ain't.
and it also, and also every one of like the actual good punk bands went to a Sex Pistols show too, and like got inspired because they were like, these fuckers can do it, we can do it too. That's what like a lot of them said.
It would have been better if they picked like, I know that it's the.
They had to pick the only one that anybody knows.
The fucking Stooges would have been way better, something like that. But
No one knows who the fucking Stooges are. They know who Iggy Pop is more than fucking who the Stooges are.
Still, it would have made it should have been a more deep cut reference than fucking Sex Pistols. Is all I'm trying to say.
Oh, it should have been, yeah, like fucking. There's a bunch you can do. I mean, at least the Damned. The Damned were what should have been the more popular one because they were actually adjacent and actual rivals to Sex Pistols.
When was the Ramones? When was the Ramones?
The Ramones. They're about the same. They're about the same time.
That would
because the Sex Pistols were fucking scared of them.
Are you serious? It's not. It's Ramones and not Ramonos. Are you?
I am. Don't fucking do this to me. Don't fucking do this to me, kid.
No, I want to be sure because I've been pronouncing it Romanos for my whole life and I've never been corrected.
I definitely don't. I would have picked up on you saying Romanos. We must have just never have actually discussed them because it is 100% Ramones.
It is how I've pronounced it, and I've never had one person ever try to correct me. Maybe because it does look like Romanos. Maybe people were just like, he's a dummy.
Maybe I don't.
But yeah, I wish that it wasn't the case.
Everybody has the one thing, but I can't even remember. Like I've had like 3 like really big ones where I'm just like, wait a minute. I've been saying this my whole life and no one's argued against me. You're now telling me. That's definitely happened a bunch before.
Yeah.
Bunch of Ramones.
All right, yeah. I'm just saying.
Joey Ramone.
To be honest, I even feel like I've heard other people pronounce it Romanos.
Well, a lot of people have never really actually like kind of listened to the Ramones, but like will wear the shirts and stuff. I'm not saying you.
Or just say,
Saying like
I
a
was
lot of people don't really
clarifying.
know what the fuck
I was
even.
clarifying. Like I know them. Like I know my punks. I love my punk. But nonetheless, that's why I'm actually upset about that joke. It's like it could have been such a better joke if it just had a bit better deep cut.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to lunch. Pleasure.
I did like the Bay City Rollers.
Get out! The empty arms of Madonna, mourning the baby that she couldn't have, and the baby that she almost got to adopt.
Katie, it's dynasty shots. You only do a shot when someone gets slapped.
I know. I was thirsty.
Wait for it. Now!
Hey, you remember that TV show?
Dynasty represents everything that is good, pure, and true about America.
No.
Guys, do you think I need shoulder pads? Sophia stopped by today.
Oh. Now.
I hate how they're not even like referencing like deep 80s pop culture. They're just going for like the most mainstream. Fucking Family Guy has made fun of that show a million times already.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, American Dad made fun of it even better. They made fun of it on that. Even like, God, they can't. What a way to date a show.
Mm.
Now that it's finally over, she's scared. It's all sinking in. She wants me back, right?
Not exactly.
Oh, they're in the fountain. It's wetter and better. I saw ass.
She brought back your cassettes. But she kept the party mixtapes.
And that's hilarious because...
Because she kissed me.
This is so hot. Oh my God, where did this happen? Were you guys in the shower?
Hey, yo, isn't this Fez just like the other Fez? Isn't this what you wanted? This is what you wanted after the 70s show. Ain't it?
For some reason, I got really confused because of the lag, and I thought that the brother character said that.
No, nope.
I was like, wait. This is getting real 80s now. Those were the 80s I wanted. It was the only underground true 80s that they showed.
Did you legit thought they freeze framed it and had him go on a rant about Fez?
No, I thought the dentist guy, who I believe is the brother character of this chick, was the one who said, "Did you guys kiss in the shower?" Because of how how the lag was.
Yes.
It looked like it came out of his it looked like it came out of his mouth, and that's what I said. I went, "What?" That's what I said. This is the 80s I want.
She kissed you?
It was just a kiss. Nothing happened. Besides the kiss.
You just struggle at first, knowing it was forbidden? Then tongues, right?
Roger?
Whoa!
If she's got the hots for you and all you do is make candles, I must really be a loser.
You're not a loser. You're more of a non-winner. Yeah, well, RT offered me a job today.
And you took it, right? I just don't know if I'd be very good.
Woo!
It's marketing.
Woo!
You write slogans,
Woo!
which is like writing lyrics, except it's easier because they don't have to rhyme. Oh, where's the beef?
Woo!
You know what? I am tired of being broke. Hell, I'm doing it.
You remember where the beef?
Welcome to Reagan's America. God bless you, Ronnie.
Yeah!
Okay, no more for you.
You just think up as many good ideas as you can, and then we'll kick it around later. Okay?
Okay, will do. I'm on it.
Good.
The fuck is that cut? What was the point of that scene? That was so quick.
What the fuck is this? Why are they cutting it like that? Why? What's with the?
That's
something
the fucking.
that I would...
It turned into like a. It turned into like a Tim and Eric thing.
Yeah, like what the fuck's going on? Same editing, same sound effects, same acting style.
But somehow unintentional. This is so weird. I don't know why that fuck with me. I think it's also just like the lagginess of it too, of just the weird freeze on its face there too. I don't know.
This scene is.
There's some high. That wasn't just me. That there's like high strangeness in that.
Yeah, no, there's high strangeness in that. And there's no reason to do that kind of. This whole scene is high strangeness. This is just to throw us off the trail. This scene was solely made to confuse the viewer, and that is it.
Got nothing.
Like this show.
Guess where I am? In a bar! On a portable phone! No, it's not a payphone! It's a portable phone! Here's the ice! Man, my man!
Mamados?
What the fuck was that? What
With the phones?
Like, no, like, who was that? Why are we even focused on him at all? Why did we?
Because big phones. Remember the big phones? They give you the cancer. It was the 80s.
Why didn't they do the tried and true thing of have like a whole episode dedicated to the cell phones, like the dad?
Because this is a pilot, and we were actually surprised when they even picked this show up for even one season. We had to get it all in. We had to get it all in one episode. The whole season of references in one episode.
Like, they should've, you know what I mean? There should have been one episode where the dad gets like a cell phone and the like weird radiation stuff starts happening and he gets all freaked out and comedy ensues. That's what should have happened, but no, we got a Family Guy skit.
Oh yeah. This is kind of the Family Guy format.
Tell me all about it. Well, I found my parking spot, met a couple of really nice people, and within 4 hours I was about ready to kill myself. What was I thinking? Hey, let's regroup.
What were they thinking?
With that money. You don't even need a good pickup line.
Sorry, I had an angry video game nerd there.
Yes, but That was also just Glenn coming out
Mhm.
and talking to himself for a second.
Look, there's Sophia. Turn away, she doesn't see us. Sophia! You're over here! Hi, Sophia. You know what? I think it's time I come clean with you. I go both ways, too. I understand your needs.
Ew!
You need to think about it?
Unfortunately, yes. Hi, Corey. How are you? Really?
Well,
Hi, Katie.
I'm just gonna drink my scotch while you hit on my sister.
Look, Katie, I want to apologize. I crossed the line, and I am truly, truly sorry. Can we just go back to being friends?
Sometimes you just can't control the gay.
Thanks.
Okay, Count Sophia. Unpleasant.
Hi, Dad. Would it be okay if I quit?
Sure, son, sure. I'm gonna fire you anyway.
Okay, good. Do you have any Miles Davis?
You're not ready.
Get him out of that fucking store. Get him out of there. Motherfucker don't even know who that is.
San Diego over here?
Yeah, San Diego fucking don't know any kind of music. This motherfucker don't listen to no music. Like, someone sent him in here and just got him to get a random ass thing.
Oh,
Because if you knew what you was looking for, then why the fuck you asking them where the fuck it would be? It would be alphabetical, so you either need the album name or the artist name. It's very simple to find. Or the genre. The genre is also probably important.
Wow, if it isn't my little corporate tool.
Yeah. I made a huge mistake. Margaret, if you had a chance to go back and do it all again, would you do it any differently?
I wouldn't change a thing. Because even if I'd made it, I still would have been unhappy. That's my nature. Now take out the trash, flunky.
Hey, get off that. That's the owner's Harley.
Yeah, I know. I work here. On Tuesday?
Whoa.
Yeah, I took it down. Nice suit.
Yeah, okay, I'm wearing a suit because... You know, could you just admit that what I said made you take your hair down?
Oh, look, you're so important to me that one little cutting remark from you made me change my whole image.
Yeah, of course you're gonna fucking kiss.
Hey, good news. I gave up corporate life to come back here, you know, work for minimum wage, sell dusty records. Piss you off.
It is so funny that you think you have any...
Yeah. Go ahead and fuck already. Come on.
Yep.
Stop playing around.
effect on me whatsoever.
See? You're pissed.
Shut up!
You know what? I think you want to have coffee with me.
All healthy
I was ready to
relationships
go get coffee, okay?
start
so
from
if you want to
hate.
be pathetic and follow me, whatever.
Yeah, I feel like being pathetic.
Good, because you are.
Pure, unadulterated spite. That is what, I mean, come on.
I guess that's one thing. One thing they got right from the 80s.
At least the person that will insult you the hardest will be the person closest to you. And
Take my wife, please.
So what'd you use to get your hair down? Blowtorch?
Well, yes, I did.
Hey, Margaret, we're leaving.
Oh, I guess they didn't.
Why do they get to leave?
Jesus Christ. You want to do another take on that, guys? For a pilot, what are you showing? You showing off your pilot? Like, what a jumbled mess. I'm surprised it got. I'm not surprised it got picked up, but still.
It didn't. No.
Holy fuck.
It did not last whatsoever. It got canceled. This was part of the Greg the Bunny also was coming out during this time period. There was nobody likes to remember it, but there's that weird time period in the early 90s.
Didn't we watch all of Greg the Bunny?
No, because the fucking the copy that we had doesn't have all the DVDs in it. It only had the first 6 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah. And they didn't even release all of. There's 13 episodes, and only 8 of the episodes ever aired of Greg the Bunny.
I just know its existence, and I know that I watched it, but I don't actually remember anything from it.
Yeah, it's again, it's one of those shows. It's from this era that it's the weird TV era that nobody really wants to remember because TV got really bad there for a minute. It got super bad.
So Greg the Bunny wasn't a good one?
Oh no, I mean I like it because of the premise, but it's not good.
Gotcha.
To be honest, it gives a weird sickening feeling.
Huh.
It's a very uncanny kind of comedy.
Mm-hmm.
It was before its time, to be honest, because it was about puppets, if puppets were actually alive and stuff, and they should have it should have came out now when Disney owns Fox and everything, so they could actually have the Sesame Street characters and stuff like that get on there,
Yeah.
The Jim Henson puppets, but nonetheless, it was definitely a flop.
Mm-hmm.
And there was several other shows like this one too that was just
All right, how much to get this noise out of my house?
50.
40.
But yeah, that was that 80s show.
We did it.
We get through.
We watched that 80s show.
We watched one episode, and there was the pilot. Wasn't that good either.
And so, how much money would you put into this?
How much money
Shark.
would I put in that?
How much money are you gonna invest?
I ain't fucking. This would not have been, if I was in charge. This would not have been greenlit.
Oh no, it's a waste of
wouldn't
money.
even, to be honest, the only reason why I would have watched through the whole thing just to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, I would have paused right here. I wouldn't have watched the last 3 seconds, and I would have turned to him. No. And walked out.
No.
They don't need any explanation. They know what they did. They know what they did.
You pooped. You pooped the bed.
Alright, how you feeling? What you feeling? Do you feel like doing something else? Do you feel like wrapping up? What you
Let me look at the bed.
Because, I might have something. If you can't pick anything.
Let's look at these lions chasing these cows in this village real quick. It's pretty. It's at the beginning, near the beginning.
Yeah. I've actually watched this. Hey, that's a lot.
Why is Jared the background?
What?
Oh, that's because I'm on his. Oh, tripping me up. I didn't know YouTube was open. There we go.
Don't fucking have Jared in the background. I got fucking Toto from Jujutsu Kaisen as my background.
Gotcha.
The only time Jared Genesis would ever be my background is after the beatdown.
I didn't think you had him as your fucking desktop background. I saw his fat fucking face in the background while I had like this video lowered, and that was weird. And I couldn't tell if it was a desktop thing, and you accidentally had like the video. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a split second.
But yeah, that's a lot of beef.
It's a lot of beef. The dog looking back and then. Yeah. Fuck no.
Uh-oh. It's not even really chasing. It's just kind of like prancing about.
I mean, it's slightly stalking them. Kind of just test. I mean, it knows that the dog ain't gonna do anything once he gets a cow. It's just racing around, waiting for one of them to get tired, till it start using all its energy to get it just jogging.
But let's start the video that I decided that we should watch.
Yeah.
Let's watch Henry Zabrowski be unhinged for 9 minutes.
No.
Kind of explain if this doesn't explain why the sacred rule of if Henry Zabrowski gets a role, it's automatically a god tier. Then you need to get checked. You need to go get mentally checked. Something. You might have a brain tumor or something that's just pressing up against the lobe. That's just not right. 'Cause you're crazy. You're crazy.
That may be a possibility.
How you doing? Welcome to the last stream on the left. Whoa, Henry, you've been a little edgy today. How you doing? Welcome to the last stream on the left. Whoa, Henry, you've been a little edgy today.
Yeah, I am being a little edgy. Oh my
Hey,
God.
what's up,
I gotta get ready
everyone?
for the live stream.
Whoa!
I gotta get ready for the live stream. What's gonna? Put my clothes on.
Oh my God, your clothes are on, my friend. Welcome. Nope, now you're getting more naked. You're getting more naked. You're living the nightmare that you thought you were having. We are live. We are live. That's great. Very nice.
Get this show started. It's my fucking mandate. My fucking knees are.
I need you to find the full video of him on that black screen. I definitely don't know where it's from.
I don't either, because I've watched all the streams I made, unless it's an older stream before I started watching all of them.
I need that video.
Could be
Oh my!
We
Ooh,
got
I
the
like
sides and fucking socks and slides going, ready to fucking pump it out. I'm getting my second shot fucking tomorrow. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, Henry, you're not gonna get it tomorrow. You're gonna die. But be careful on there. Oh my God, we're not wheeling you out for our show in Grundy County on a stretcher. Okay, we're not doing the coma show.
I'm getting that fucking second shot tomorrow, and I'm gonna fucking 2 weeks from then. Oh my God, I'm gonna get so fucking blackout drunk. I'm gonna ruin my fucking life. I'll watch you while you go. Thank you for your fucking money.
Yeah.
Hail Satan, keep it coming. Need your cash. Give me your money.
No, well,
give
we
me
can't-
your
you
goddamn.
can't do it like
money.
that.
Come over
Yeah,
here.
it's
Come
not
on,
how you do
clothes
it,
on.
Henry.
Come on, I got no
Absolutely
clothes on.
not.
Damage that incest does to the home
Absolutely.
is irreparable. No matter how hot your stepsister is, no matter how hot your stepmother is, if she's stuck in the laundry machine and you start going at it, even though she says no, stop, begins to like it, when it comes down to it, you still are going to have to deal with the psychic baggage of every single time you sit down at Christmas Eve. She's going to go, and then or be she's going to have a mental breakdown and just be like, I'm just going to have to tell your father about what happened to us between us on Arbor Day. The main thing is, yes, if you're not having sex with them, because you know what I'd also say, too, the
Yeah,
big
but it's
thing
laggy on the shared video. That I can't get his fast movements. Then I go on the live thing, and you're fucking blocking Henry.
I don't want to hear anyone anymore. You want to avoid crop tops? You want to...
I'm sorry. If I could flip it in some kind of way, I would, but I don't know how to flip it.
No. I'm just, if you're slapping the bean in the middle of the locker, right, and you know for a fact that your stepbrother's about to get back from basketball practice, you're cruising for a fucking bruising. People are saying people are already upset about the idea of no crop tops, but when it comes down to it,
there's
what
nothing wrong
happens
with crop
the
tops.
I know, but it's a gateway.
Your sister wears a lot of crop tops. Are you saying that you are occasionally enticed and that's why you don't like it?
Ugh.
Is that what you're saying? Because
What's
that is
the
what
fucking wrong
that is
with
what
you?
you said.
I'm
That is
literally
what
gonna
you have
walk.
said.
I'm gonna walk out of this fucking room.
You're gonna walk.
Literally gonna walk
real fast. That was the
you
first
did bring
thing
up crop tops, and that is.
I just said a word, you disgusting piece of fuck, and I literally can't continue with the show.
Henry has a bit of a tummy ache.
I've got a bad case of diarrhea.
Or if you want to talk about how half the school was emptied out because of design.
God damn it. It's best when he's left unhinged, no filter. He's the best, man. He's the best.
Zionist movement to move people out of there ahead of time. I'm talking about the Hasids deep within the internet.
Your anti-Semitism broke the microphone.
No. It's not anti-Semitism. I'm talking about truth and being the fucking tip of the spear, man. Because you know the internet is run by 10 Hasids with levers.
That is
deep in the deep below ground Japan.
Yeah, what happens on Saturdays, Henry?
There's something else. There's a deeper conspiracy.
Please don't pull out a massive illegal gun.
No,
did you get a gun?
No, not yet. Soon. No. Where is it?
I am going to pat you down for the gun registration. I am mostly German. I can get your registration, and you better go through the process. Thank you, Henry. Now,
You know,
see, this
Henry,
is what
your
pisses
butt
off the
looks
goat. This is what pisses off the horse.
Your butt looks pretty good in those jeans, Henry. Usually there's nothing there, but those are pretty good.
Thanks, Marcus. I was in Wolf of Wall Street.
And that's the thing. All nuns are lesbians.
What the fuck are you talking about, Otter?
Think about it.
I used to have just so much heat in this town. You have so much goddamn heat. I don't know, man. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm in this.
I need to see the full video. I need to see the full video.
It might be, maybe it's definitely from a very old live stream when they actually had the black backgrounds like that, like this one. It's definitely an old one. You have to dive deep in their last streams.
Oh man. It has to be. It's at least after Wolf of Wall Street, so that's a good thing.
Center of the child prostitution ring that helps run this country.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I'm getting younger every day.
Everyone
Oh,
is
you fucking
doing well.
pieces of shit. A lot of people talk about Dune in the chat before the show. Giving Dune, pushing Dune to the top of the fucking charts. I don't care what anybody says. Buy Star Wars, Mandalorian, more like Mandaborian. Because I've read the entire series of Dune, 1 through 5, the original. All right, I've seen both Dune miniseries. Jesus got around with only 12 boyfriends, right? He had his fucking 12 boyfriends. All I need is my 13 fucking rude Dune dudes. Fear is the mind killer, dude. Sand is weighty and a stone is heavy, but a fool's wrath is heavier than them both. It's Dune. Dune is the best desert-based sci-fi. He drinks his own sweat. Spice must flow and the spice must flow. Dune, man. Dune is the fucking shit, dude. Dune. I want people to accept Dune. The problem is will Dune.
It's like probably the one thing me and Henry would constantly argue about. It's like, no, it's fucking not it. Like, you're crazy. You're insane. All it is, it's sandworms and politics and shit called spice.
Yeah, Starfish likes Dune, and I don't know anything about it. I just go like, "Hey, yo, I like the big worm. That's cool."
It's It's a shit ton of politics. It's a shit.
They had that floating dude. He was kind of cool too.
There's fucking you get the different houses and families and groups and fucking, if I'm not mistaken, there's like a resistance and it's a lot of like political intrigue type deal, and it's set in a desert. Of all fucking places, a fucking desert. You know the color. And guess fucking what the color. Guess what? When anytime like there's an importance thing or something, that it's gonna be blue.
Mm-hmm.
Except them. You see what it's like? You think you come from all over the city, come from all over the country to Los Angeles to be a performer. You don't think it's gonna end up like this. But it always fucking does. The information that is in my head from the Zodiac Killer research time period, because we've tried to do this episode 3 times, my brain, it's ruining my life.
I know it is. It's ruining our friendship. It's ruining everything. Henry has changed.
They need to redo the Zodiac Killer.
Yeah,
I can't even
they
find
really
the
do.
episodes. I can't even find the episodes on Spotify.
Oh, you
It's
can't?
that old. No, they only go back to like episode 34. They don't go all the way back. It's like 1 through 33. I guess.
Oh
I can
yeah,
find them
maybe I
if
did. Yeah, they're on YouTube.
But I'm not gonna lie. The first 99 episodes of Last Podcast are kind of.
Oh yeah. I haven't listened to all of them, but I went pretty deep and like starting, like
Yeah.
one time.
I started from the very beginning one time, and I was like, oof. They definitely like had to. It wasn't a case of they just didn't have the audience. They definitely needed to find their footing first.
Well, yeah, and I think I think they're more used to because I think at the same time too, they had a more relaxed type of setting, especially with like the other thing they had a round table of gentlemen.
Yeah. Also, they did anything with Creek in the Cave and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
This
is a deeper. Henry came in earlier, and we were doing the show outline, and he's just yelling at me.
For no reason,
He's
Marcus is
yelling.
just sitting here about to cry.
Yeah, and he's not stopping. He's not breathing. I just go, Henry, you need to calm down.
I was researching it last night. We did a show last night, and I came home last night at 11 o'clock. I had a bit to drink. And I was sitting, just a little bit.
A detective's amount of whiskey.
Yes, and I was sitting in the living room just reading, and my girlfriend comes in, and as she was coming out, I literally was going like, that's the fucking missing link! I mean, like my shirt off, and just walking around.
Reading
just being
for you is like a
I'm
full-
gonna bust this wide open.
68
Oh, it's because it's part 2 of
let's start,
Unsolved
Marcus.
Serial
Let's get into the
Murders.
details of the case, because we're about to bust this
It didn't even get its like own full
right
series.
open.
That's right.
Dick Cheney knew that it would put us in a forever war, and
they all loved it.
But now our economy is a war-based economy, so we have to keep forever war going. Because if not, the whole economy is fucking gonna collapse. And that's coming from a man in a taco costume on about 3 or 4.
I will say, out of all of them, Ben has changed the most. He does not look the same at all. I'm going to assume it's mostly the beard, and he has put on a lot more weight since then.
Yeah.
Since this, but he looked completely different. He looks like a big cuddly teddy bear now, compared to this guy. I would actually be kind of scared to approach this guy in the street, but current Ben, it's like, that dude's cool. Especially if he's wearing one of his knitted sweater jackets that he's been wearing lately.
Oh yeah.
I want one of those so bad. They look so comfortable.
They do.
I don't give China any fucking edge, buddy. Let China have your information, buddy. Fucking kill you with the order of the golden gun. I'll fucking kill you. Look at this fucking bullshit.
I bought that book for you. Don't kill anybody with it.
I'll do what I want with it because it's got your fucking DNA on it, which is great because then I can fucking frame you. I have got a shotgun I got it up against my door. Anybody comes in that fucking door, I just knock my headphones off my head.
Yeah.
All right?
Very
Anybody
intense.
who comes through that door
Very
is
intense.
going to fucking get 2 loads of fucking shotgun blast. And you hear that, Dr. fucking Mangala?
Dr. Mengele is not going to be coming through your door anytime soon.
I know what's going on.
Let's just...
How was everyone's week, man? Henry, you go first.
you.
Okay.
The universal energy grid is that even though we're this far away, we're this bumfuck redneck planet because we're in the middle of nowhere, that they say that, well, this is a very important part on the universal matrices, that fucking energy
So
grid.
Palladians
and so
are
they're
more-
fighting for it against the reptilians because the reptilians essentially are just parasites. Like they just go from place to place, suck up all the bad juju, and suck up everything that they
And
can.
what do they do with the energy?
They are evil.
Thank you guys for watching the live stream of the left. We'll be here next week.
We better be.
I hope so.
If the government doesn't shut us.
We might have to incorporate that into the outro somehow.
Yeah.
Down from talking too many goddamn truths, and yeah, I gotta drink a couple beers to talk about them because
Sure.
I fucking know that I'm about to be at gunpoint.
Hell,
Congratulate yourselves on not molesting a child for the last hour.
Hail Gain, everyone.
If you did.
Make us
If you didn't, I mean.
I tricked you! I tricked you into 6 minutes of content! You'll never get them back!
This might have just been a random thing he did off.
Yes.
Is there just 6 minutes of him prancing around?
I don't know. I gotta find it though. I'm gonna have to find that though. But how long have we been going? How long have we been going?
Decent while.
3.5 hours. Oh, longer than that. Fucking almost 4 hours. You want to call it?
Yeah, sure.
Is there, before we go, is there anything else you wanted to, is there a way you wanted to end this, or do you feel that that was warranted enough to end it? What's your feeling?
You know what? Let's see. God damn it, why is the playlist not on here? There we go. Something supposed to be already Let's end it with a classic, I think. We'll fucking do a fucking something horribly offensive. Minute hour.
Where would that be?
That'll be with the huge bundle of minute hours, but it'll be an actual video one. It's the third video down from the.
Here we go. Yeah. It's my This is one of my favorites.
Classic.
This is one of my favorites. Probably won't be interrupting this one as much as I interrupt most of the videos. Because if I'm not mistaken, there's no copyright music in this whatsoever.
Shouldn't be.
Okay, I don't even know how to describe this. I was standing in line at the bank, and I'm about 3 people behind the first available teller. And the people are just like sort of filing in and out, going to the available tellers. Suddenly it's my turn, and the guy behind me, right before I go up, says something incredibly offensive. And so offensive that I don't even feel comfortable saying it. I would never say it. And the fact that anybody said that gets me kind of angry. And I'm looking at this guy. What the heck is going through your head that makes you think it's okay to talk to me like that? And so I grab him. I grab him hard and I bop. I bop him on the head with my head. I give him a head bop. Oh, and he doesn't appreciate that. He'd rather not have that happen, that's for sure. But I bop him again. And I say, don't you ever say that. You could hurt someone's feelings. And he gets the message at that point. That's when he understands. It makes me sick. It makes me sick to my stomach to even think about it. That someone could say that? I'm sorry to get so riled up, but you can't say that. You can't. Not anymore. You're lucky I don't get a little more serious with you, you know? Cut your nuts off, huh? I'll do it. Don't fuck with me, man. Don't fuck with me. I'll fuck with your nuts, huh? I'll fuck them off. I'll cut you into little pieces, huh? You think I won't cut you? You think I won't cut you into little tiny chunks? You don't know me at all. Tell them, boys. Oh, don't even let him chop you. Don't fuck with this guy. He's the one, okay? Yeah. These are my boys, and they're always with me. And they support what I say. Thank you, boys. We made the boss happy. Yeah. The boss is happy. Alright. So I'm not gonna cut you today. Boss, cut you some slack. I'm gonna cut you some slack. The only thing I'm gonna cut you today is some slack. Huh? I got it. I figured it out. I can handle it. You're giving me a little bit too much, alright? I need you to back off. Okay? Fuck off, boys. You know what? I don't like saying fuck off to my boys. They don't deserve that. But that's the sort of person that I have to be. Because of people like you. You make it rotten for all of us. And it's just not fair. And I'm just not gonna take it anymore. You have to change. And I take his head into my hands and I bop him one final time. And then he's gone.
So that was my first minute hour video ever when I that's the video that I discovered him.
Nice, nice. I know that.
Though that's Langlois. Drew Langlois is the animator.
I know you. That's the first one you showed me as well. So
yes.
Let me. How long did that take us into? We're only at 3:49. Yeah, we're not at the. I'll play the short. I think the short intro is warranted. The short outro is warranted.
You boy.
Only at 3 hours, so get us off of there.
You are self-consumed, no talent, mediocre piece of shit. In 1975, I walked Bob Dylan up on stage. Who the fuck are you? I knew the Grateful Dead from 1966. Who the fuck are you? You nothing. You nothing. You are nothing. And you will never be anything. Never. How dare you? How dare you? You miserable, mediocre nothing. Accuser of the fucking brethren, you motherfucker! Motherfucker!
Give the guests a juicy slice. Hot drinks really get you going. Warmed you up when you feel you're slowing. Wendy's, we always serve it right away. And a smile and have a nice day.
No! No! Don't drink the Jesus juice, Macaulay Culkin! You're going to get raped! You're going to get raped!
Knives are also bad.